Hello everyone and welcome back. It is football season once again. Welcome to the CISN football pregame show. I'm your host Blake Walker. We appreciate you so much for joining us here. We know you're excited for Friday night football. We can't wait either, but we got a couple storylines we got to talk about. We're going to talk to a couple coaches, look at some of the rankings, much more coming up here on the CISN football pregame show. Let's jump right into some of the storylines that you want to watch this upcoming season. Some of your season headlines going into the 2024 season look like this. Southeast Polk is going for 4 straight football titles, but this year it's going to have to look a little bit different. They lost their quarterback, Connor Moberly. He's off to Iowa State. They lost their entire offensive line to graduation, but they do return Sam Zelenovich, one of the state's top receiving wide receivers in the state of Iowa. He is going to be a threat. Keep an eye out for Southeast Polk this season as they will look to go 4 straight in what would be the underdog of the 4 straight years of winning a title. The Valley Tigers, another team to keep an eye out on. A team that really had no business making the playoffs last year, got into the Final Four, fell short to Southeast Polk, but almost took down the state champions. Drake DeGroot, we expect him to play quarterback, was kind of shoved in last year, came off the JV roster. We expect him to play at the quarterback position, and don't forget about Zay Robinson and Jaden McGregory, 2 absolute weapons on the wide receiver and cornerback positions. The Valley Tigers and Coach Gary Swenson, you already can't count them out when they're 6-6 or 6-3 or 3-6. It doesn't matter. Valley will be a true threat to win a state championship this year. Ankeny Centennial lost a huge senior class, but do not count out the Jaguars. Losing a lot on offense and defense allows a couple new faces to jump in. Now we see how Centennial can retool this year because we don't expect a rebuild. We expect a retool, and it could start with a big victory against their rival Ankeny on Friday night. And finally, there are some good quarterbacks in the CIML, and we want to talk about them. Luke Anderson could become one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in the state of Iowa the last couple years, especially with Coach Bauer's offense. Will Nuss and Johnston. Will Nuss, it feels like he's been there for years. Well, he has been there for years. He has plenty of experience to back on. His wide receiver class changes a little bit once again, but as long as the defense can get Johnston a couple stops and get back to what they were at least 2 years ago, Will Nuss and the Johnston Dragons could be a threat. And don't forget about young Beckett Baker. He's already a junior. He started as a true freshman, or a freshman I should say. Beckett Baker and Waukee, despite losing a couple players on defense and on the offensive side, Beckett Baker and the Waukee offense could be set for great things in 2024. We go into now our rankings, courtesy of Radio Iowa. These were just put out on Monday. Your rankings look like this. They have given the Ankeny Hawks the nod. Your defending state runner-ups, Ankeny Hawks, are in the number 1 spot. The last team to win the state title, not named Southeast Polk. They sit at number 1. They get a big game with Ankeny Centennial tonight. The Valley Tigers at number 2. We talked about them just a few minutes ago, of how stacked that offense is going to be. Look out for Valley. The defending state champion Southeast Polk Rams will be tough to beat, but they have to reload. It's just a matter of how well the Rams can put things together. They slot into the 3rd spot. Dowling Catholic is 4th. They lost a lot on the offensive side of the ball. They do return Rashad Davis at the running back position, and look out, they had 3 sophomores on the defensive side of the ball who are now juniors, and also a true freshman starting at tackle for Dowling Catholic. Keep an eye out for the Maroons. And rounding out the top 5, Cedar Rapids Kennedy, Dowling's Week 1 opponent, will be fun to watch with a very talented quarterback wide receiver duo over there in eastern Iowa. The Waukee Warriors jump in at the 6th spot. Waukee, a lot of upside last year, fell short to their rival Northwest, and that just kind of set off a kind of up and down season for the Warriors. But could this be the year Waukee could put it all together and make it to the Dome? We'll just have to wait and see. Ankeny Centennial, we talked about them, lost a big senior class, but have a lot of upside on the junior and sophomore side. Can Coach Pizzetti get the Jags back to the Dome? Iowa City High, and the QB Bacon is his last name. He is fun to watch, and Iowa City High could be a sneaky team out of eastern Iowa with Bacon at the helm. Watch out for the little Hawkeyes at the number 8 position. Waukee Northwest at the 9 spot, another team that lost a huge senior class, but can retool on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of juniors have to step up and fill those gaps. They get a big game against the number 10 team, the Johnston Dragons, led by senior quarterback Will Nuss. They are in at the 10th position. Those are your headlines and rankings, courtesy of Radio Iowa. We appreciate everyone for watching so far. Do not go away. Your game is coming up in just a few minutes. But first, we got some coach interviews to talk about tonight's big games. Coming up on the other side of the break, you're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
The deals are hot this month at DeArmond Ford Indianola. New 2024 F-150 XLTs with 3.9% for 60 months, plus up to $8,000 off MSRP. Get $6,000 off or 2.9% for 72 months on new 2024 Expeditions and new 2024 Edge and Escapes, both with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $2,075 rebate. No payments for 90 days on all new Fords at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 off a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
It's time to jump into what's on tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Your games on tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll start with Waukee Northwest and Johnson, two teams that are looking for maybe to go past expectations this year. Kind of in the middle of the pack is what people are thinking for these two squads, so a win against one another would be really good to start the season. Expect a good showdown over there in Waukee Northwest. Dowling Catholic versus Kennedy. This was a high-scoring affair last season over in Kennedy. This was a Saturday game last year. Dowling was able to get away with the win. They'll look to do that again tonight at Valley Stadium. And then the Battle of Ankeny. Ankeny versus Ankeny Centennial. When has this never not been a phenomenal game? It's a rematch of last year's state semifinals at the Unidome. Keep an eye out for the Jags and the Hawks this evening. And that will do it for us here on the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. Won't be calling a game tonight. I'll be watching from home, just like you are right now. We appreciate everyone for watching. Enjoy your Football Friday, and thank you for watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals. So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Not coaching? Ladies and gentlemen, the point field is on the board.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
To Valley Stadium in West Des Moines as we get set for high school football, the opening night here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Not a bad crowd. Well, Dowling fans showed up. Not a bad crowd here at the stadium. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, well, not a bad contingent, but we know there may be a lot listening. There's no other radio station from Cedar Rapids here, so we want to welcome our listeners from Cedar Rapids and, of course, all of Central Iowa and the state of Iowa. If you're a Dowling fan or just a high school football fan, we're also streaming tonight's game through the Central Iowa Sports Network. That is through YouTube, and I know we got a lot of watch parties. I might mention a few of those guys as we go through, but there's some in West Des Moines, one in downtown, at my favorite lunchtime spot. So thanks for joining us. And, yeah, we're about ready for football. A little delayed because we had the freshman game, which Dowling won over Cedar Rapids Kennedy, and we had Catholic football recognition tonight. And, Matt, just one thing before we start. They're recognizing Tom Barnable, who is a big part of the Catholic Football League, a former coach and teacher at Dowling Catholic High School. And I knew him through obviously through Dowling, but also through Grandview, where Tom coached. He was tragically taken away from us way too soon during the COVID era. And our thoughts and prayers not only with his family, but being recognized tonight. And you guys and Dowling did that this week with your pep assembly and some of the activities.
You know, Coach Barn was such a stalwart. You know, just a staple in that PE department and on the coaching staffs, and just a great influence for kids. And really, I mean, he always put kids first. He was second in everything, and he put everybody else first. And, you know, and it really talks about the servant leadership that is Dowling Catholic. And it was it was a tragic time during that, but his legacy lives on every day in our building.
Certainly does, and we recognize him tonight. And I'm not sure if his family is here. His wife Susie and his two boys and grandkids, but we certainly will. But hey, we had the Catholic Football League swarm from the northeast corner of the field to the southwest corner of the field. And let's go down to Taylor Bennett. Taylor, we got some time, a little bit of a delayed start. There weren't any casualties, right? And I'm not talking about the kids, Taylor. I'm talking about coaching casualties. They didn't get caught up in that.
I didn't see any. They were all walking there. I think they were a little bit scared there. But I wanted to also echo Coach Barnabo. He meant an immense deal to everybody that he ever met, whether it was PE at Dowling, at Grandview, having the pleasure to be coached by him there too. He was something special.
Yes, he was. As we are set to kick off, thank you, Taylor, for that sideline report. Dowling will kick off and defend the north end zone. Maroons in their home maroon uniforms, white pants with white numbers and white helmets. And here's the kickoff. It's a short, high kick. Fielded at about the 20, takes a bounce, and now goes through one of the upbacks and finally corralled by Mario Williams. And the Kennedy Cougars will have it 1st and 10. Inside their 20, back to the 15. 1st and 10 Cougars at their own 15. And we're going to see the Dowling defense out there with the Kennedy offense. Vinny Gianforte threw for 25 touchdowns last year, 8 interceptions, over 2,300 yards passing, and a 3-year starter, Matt.
Yeah, he's a talent out there, and obviously everything for Kennedy's going to run through him, but they like to play smash mouth football. You know, their splits are going to line up tight up front, and they're going to try and run right at you. So here we go.
All right, Kennedy with the football, and the handoff goes to their tailback, and he's a hard one to bring down. Dowling meets him head on. That's Jacob Doyle. And he's hit and stopped and give me a couple yards up to the 17-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 8. And Matt, he got 2 yards, but he hit that hole pretty quick.
He did. He had a nice little shimmy to the left there up front and found the gap, and Smerdlik came up and made the tackle. Nice carry and for him right out of the chutes.
So the Cougars now with one right receiver to the left side, and that is Pierce McCrary, the senior. Caught 3 touchdowns last year and 1 to the right side. 1 back in the backfield. Play action fake. Gianforte back to throw. Rolls to his left. Fires. The pass goes to his receiver. Caught by Deacon Kachura. And he's out of bounds and has a first down at about the 28-yard line. Gain of 11.
Kachura is a big target. He's 6'4", 210. He's easy to find as he's crossing the middle there on that crosser. On the bootleg action there. And Gianforte hits him right in stride. And a quick first down for the Cougars.
Cougars huddle. Now they break the huddle with 2 receivers left. And a tight offensive line with 1 back in the backfield. Under center is Gianforte. Senior hands it off to his tailback, and he goes over the right side and grinds his way up to the 30 for a gain of 2 as he went over right guard. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Kennedy at their own 30-yard line. Just underway as we kick off late here at Valley Stadium on the opening night.
Dylan Manning filled the hole there and got low on him and was able to trip him up and bring him down for the short gain. This is what Kennedy wants to do. They want to grind it out. They want to have a ball possession game and limit the number of touches that Dowling offense is going to get.
Doyle in the backfield. Gianforte at quarterback under center as he alternates between shotgun and center. Back to throw and fires out. Pass is caught shy of the first down up to the 36-yard line. Nice reception that time by the wide receiver, and he was a lone wide receiver on that side of the formation, and that being Dawson Daugherty.
Yeah, that was a nice catch because Parker Pearson was right there to hit him as he was catching it. For a moment there, you thought, well, there might be a chance for a pick, but he makes a nice catch, nice throw by Gianforte, and nice pickup for the Cougars and makes it a 3rd and short.
Gain of 6, and it is 3rd down and 2. For Kennedy. They go right to left in front of us, and a handoff goes to the tailback, and he cuts upfield and picks up the first down, and that was Doyle once again. Yep. Jacob Doyle, senior, the backup tailback last year. It was a doubleheader on their state championship baseball team, and Doyle gets the first down by a yard up to the 39-yard line.
Looked like Carter Smith was able to trip him up there, but he makes a nice cut and dove ahead and barely got the first down. And so there was a decent play by the Maroon defense. They stopped him up, but again, enough for the first down, and they moved the chains.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Blessman International, and Bozen the Florist. All right, 1st and 10, Kennedy from their own 39, the opening drive. Gianforte, quarterback draw, gets across the 45, up to midfield before he's tackled and a first down. Gain of 11. And I think he called that on his own. He looked back, and everybody was covered. Credit to the Dowling defense, and now that's where that senior experience, Gianforte, look at here on the replay, quarterback draw.
It was a designed play all the way, and they spread them out. It was the first time they came up in that spread formation, and they took advantage of it, had Dowling's defense spread out, and up the middle they went.
1st and 10, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They're taking the opening kickoff, going from their own 15-yard line. They're at midfield. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end is on the left. Back to throw is Gianforte on play action. Now scrambling, rolls to his right, fires it out. The pass is caught by Jacob Doyle, the tailback out of the backfield, and he's knocked out of bounds near a first down. I think he did get it, and we'll see. Yep, at the 39-yard line of Dowling, gain of 11.
Great downfield block by the receiver from Kennedy as it allowed on Dylan Manning, which allowed him to get the first down. So nice pitch and catch, good scramble there. Ian Middleton and I believe it was Owen Pins crossed each other up on the inside and fell short of the sack, but it allowed Gianforte to roll out and hit him in stride.
That is the 3rd catch on this drive and another first down for the Cougars. 8:45 to go first quarter, no score. Kennedy with the football. Under center is Gianforte. The handoff to Doyle, looking to go left. Tries to find a seam, and he's hit and stood up right about the 36-yard line. He'll gain 2 to bring up 2nd and 8 before the Dowling defense checked in, and that was I believe Jordan Watson and company on that weak side.
Yeah, and Will Barretto coming up and making the hit there. The Doyle is such a low runner. He's a low runner. I mean, he gets his shoulder pads low, and you have to really get down to get him, and he's gonna make sure he gets 2-3 yards every time he touches the ball.
So Doyle gets credit for 3 yards on that play. It's 2nd and 7. Kennedy, Gianforte on play action, back to throw, being chased, and he may go down, and he does. Sacked in the backfield, back at the 45-yard line. Gianforte had somebody in his back pocket.
Yeah, Ian Middleton right there. Ian Middleton slipped through that line and it puts a nice move on the offensive lineman, and he's got great speed and great explosiveness and didn't allow Gianforte to get away, and so Ian Middleton makes an impact play early in this ball game.
So the sack goes back to the 44, a loss of 8 as Gianforte has his first sack of the night. And they'll bring up 3rd and 15, passing formation. They'll have 3 receivers to the top of the screen. If you're watching it, back the throw is Gianforte, now scrambling, now avoiding tacklers, rolls to his right down the far sideline, and he's finally run out of bounds at the 39-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Kennedy Cougars.
4th and 10, interesting call here for Coach White early in the season here. He's got 4th and 10 from his own 39. You're kind of in no man's land. Parker Pearson came up from his corner position and made a nice tackle on Gianforte to cut him down for a short gain, and what I would expect, I think. You're 4th and 9, and you're on the road, first game of the year. You're gonna go for it here. Or it looks like he's going to let the clock run.
And you're out of field goal range.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
And you could pooch punt it.
Yeah,
right. McCrary is split out wide to the right for Kennedy, wearing number 1. 3 receivers left. Gianforte being hit. He's sacked on 4th down, and who else? That is Ian Middleton, number 5 this year.
Yeah.
And he gets the sack, and we'll see it on the replay potentially. Yeah, Sean.
Ian Middleton just exploded through the line there, and he makes a quick move on the offensive tackle, and he's there, and didn't give Gianforte a chance to even look downfield. So impact play for Middleton, big play for the defense, and a turnover. A turnover on downs at the 50-yard line. So here it sets a short field up for the offense.
7:04 to go, first quarter, no score. Gianforte gets sacked for an 11-yard loss. Dowling's offense on the field, back to throw is Parker DePhillips, fires it out, and it is caught by Jackson Miller. Miller, the fullback, with the catch, and he's inside the 40 of Kennedy, down to the 37-yard line.
You got DePhillips and you got Nahas back there. They were in the offseason. They're both taking a lot of reps, and DePhillips can spin the ball pretty well, and he hit Miller there right in stride, coming across the middle, wide open. First down.
13-yard gain and a Dowling first down. There's the pistol formation out of the shotgun. Parker DePhillips. Handoff right side. That's Ian Middleton. Yes, he had the sack. Now he's got the ball, and near a first down. They're going to drop him right inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. A gain of about 9, we'll call it.
Yeah, a little slide out there, and he runs to the wide side of the field, and Middleton just runs to the edge and outruns everybody, gets the corner, and gets 9.
2nd down 1. Dowling in a pistol formation. The handoff goes to the tailback, and let's see if that's Middleton in there. They're going to alternate 2 backs tonight. Middleton gets the start, and we'll see Cohen Shelton later, and Middleton picks up about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Maroons.
Oh, they didn't give it. I thought he reached. He made a nice stretch there as he was getting tackled. They didn't give it to him there. Oh, there we go. That's an early season deal right there.
Our official, Randy Heimerman, is our official tonight, and his crew. We can go down to Taylor. Taylor Bennett, you still with us?
I'm here, fellas.
You got a comment about that sack by Middleton? Then he turns around and runs the ball.
Give me whatever Middleton's got tonight. He is something else. His energy exudes throughout the whole sidelines down here. He is pumped up. A productive drive from Kennedy there. Really, they took about 5 minutes off the clock and had a couple really nice play-action passes, but Ian Middleton wrecked that thing.
Yes, he certainly did, and now the Maroons got to get themselves righted. Thank you, Taylor Bennett, for that brief sideline report. We didn't go to him after the sack. We got too excited we were watching the replay. Got to remember that. All right, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for Dowling. No tight ends. Back to throws to Phillips. He fires it out and he overthrew his intended receiver, Jake Scow. That'll That'll bring up 4th down for Dowling.
Yeah, he ended up having to
5.
throw that ball a little high because there was interference in front of him from the rush by Kennedy, and so the ball ended up sailing on him a little bit. And here it's Coach Wilson, kind of the same scenario. You're at the 32, 7 yards closer than Kennedy was, and I think it's a pretty easy call to go for it here.
It certainly is. Maroons will bring in Sam Drexler, number 3, split out wide left, and Coach's son, Trey Wilson, also split out wide to the left side. Back to throws to Phillips. He has Middleton in the backfield. Has time, looks right, throws right. Pass is caught, and that's Jake Scow, and he's got the first down on the near sideline at the 21-yard line. Well-developed play, had plenty of time. That young offensive line gave to Phillips time.
It did. Phillips did a good job of looking him off because he looked up the middle, and then Scow broke it off, read the defense, came back to the football. And what I like about that play is he ran it deeper than what he needed. So he needed, whatever it was, 6-7 yards, and he ran that to 13 and came back. Great play.
11-yard gain, first down Dowling. Handoff goes to Middleton. Ian breaks a tackle. He's inside the 20, cuts inside the 15, and he's finally driven down right about the 11-yard line. He broke 2 tackles after the initial handoff, and 1 was at the line of scrimmage, Matt.
Yeah, he's a low center of gravity, number 5, and and Ian Middleton, you can see why Coach wants to have him on the field both ways. This young man, this junior, he is a bundle of energy, and you talk about one of those kids that's looking forward for football season to start. It's him.
I think the Dowling defense has met Ian in practice a few times, so maybe that's why the Maroons had a couple sacks.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Ian was part of that, too. All right, here is a handoff to Middleton, finds a hole on the right side, puts his head forward, and he's got the first down, and they're going to spot him down inside the 5, maybe to the 4. And if that's the case, it'll be an 8-yard gain. He is getting pretty good yardage here.
Strong run over Krause, Smith, and Miller on that right side there.
First and goal, Dowling hands it off to Middleton, up the middle. He dives for the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ian Middleton from 4 yards out. And the Maroons take over on downs at midfield, and they march down in 8 plays, 50 yards, capped off by an Ian Middleton touchdown there, Matt.
Yeah, right under Carter Smith right there. They found something on that right side and up the middle, and a lot of Ian Middleton. Right now they don't have an answer for him.
All right, DePhillips will hold. And the extra point attempt and the extra point is up and good. So we have our first score of the season. Dowling 7 and Cedar Rapids Kennedy nothing, alongside Matt Maindre and Mark Amadale. And we'll hear from Taylor Bennett when we return to Valley Stadium in West Des Moines on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio.
Save big at DeYarman CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeYarman CDJR Ames. DeYarmanAmes.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
And Taylor Bennett on the Dowling sideline. The Maroons will kick off. Dowling leads 7-0 on an 8-play, 50-yard drive capped off by Ian Middleton's 4-yard run. And now the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the Kennedy Cougars, trailing 7-0, will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. This gives us an opportunity to go down to Taylor Bennett on the Dowling sideline, one of the CFL coaches that was recognized tonight. Taylor, how about that drive for the Maroons? Pretty matter of fact with one penalty involved.
Middleton, again, just continuing to run over guys. Maroons, in the last 2 plays, they brought in another freshman, Evan Mitchell. So they had 6 offensive linemen in lieu of a tight end there on the last 2 plays there.
Yeah, we heard that from Coach Wilson, that he might be not having the tight end featured. They'll bring in an extra lineman, and good call there, Taylor. Back to throw is Gianforte, and the pass is caught and it's spinning out of a move, and reversing fielding, picking up the first down. Nice move by Josiah Smith, the sophomore wide receiver, with a nice catch there for the Cougars.
It was nice play coming out of the huddle there for the Cougars as they look to bounce back here. Good play, good tackle out in the open field there for the Maroons because the initial tackler missed him and he had a lot of space, but picked up there. I think Bobo chased him down.
So we'll bring up 1st and 10, Cedar Rapids Kennedy, gain of 11 as Gianforte hooks up with Smith, and the handoff goes to the tailback, and that's once again Jacob Doyle, who's gotten the load tonight, and he can run, but he had to find a hole and finally bounce it outside and up near the 48-yard line. He'll pick up 2, but he had to find a place in that Dowling defense where there was a seam, and the Maroons did a good job of covering it up. Jackson Miller near the stop.
Yeah, Jackson Miller finished it off. Dylan Manning on the pile had a piece of him, just enough to hang on and keep him stood up, and then the rest of the cavalry came to clean it up.
Adam Jack, the defensive coordinator for the Maroons this year. Offensive coordinator is Tom Wilson, but he has his eye in the sky in Jimmy Cataldo, who's also the wide receivers coach for the Maroons. All right, on play action, handoff goes to Doyle, and he bounces forward, crosses the 50 and down to the Dowling 48, so he'll pick up 4, and he'll bring up 3rd and about 5 for Kennedy here in this first quarter. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Dowling 7, Kennedy nothing, and another 3rd down for the Cougars here, Matt.
Aiden Ducharme filled the gap there and got a shoestring tackle, ended up getting the foot, and was able to trip Doyle up and stops it. Makes it a 3rd and 5 into 3rd and 4, so good play for the Maroons.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw is Gianforte. He fires out, and it's caught, and this guy may go. It was a quick slant and finally caught at the 5-yard line as the Cougars caught Dowling, and that was just all arm strength by the Kennedy quarterback, and he gets it all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
And the tremendous reception. Let's see, which receiver is that? Number 19, Deacon Kuchera, the tight end on the catch.
Kuchera makes a nice play, and the defender bit up a little bit. Great hustle play by Dylan Manning to chase that down and save the touchdown and give the defense a chance here to get a stop.
Gain of 45 yards on that quick hitter to Kuchera from Gianforte. Now Gianforte under center. Back to throw. He's going to be hit and drop. A sack once again, and this time, is that Dylan Manning on the sack? It is, 98.
98 coming off the edge. Dylan Manning on a blitz, and he came off that backside naked and was able to not give Gianforte any time. So the hustle play by Manning saves a touchdown, and now you've got a 2nd and goal from the 10. So that's a great couple plays there by Dylan Manning. That's what you want your senior leader doing for your defense.
Manning's got 2 sacks, an 8-yard sack and a 7-yard sack there, and Middleton had the 11-yard sack. So the 3rd sack of the night for Dowling. Back to throws Gianforte, swings it out, pass is caught, but behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be a yard loss on the reception that time by Pierce McCrary for Kennedy.
Good read by Smerdla from his corner position, and the pass was delivered on time. Smerdla was right where his read brought him to and took it down for the 1-yard loss. So now you end up at the 3rd and 12.
I'm going to make it a 2-yard loss. Line of scrimmage was a 10-yard line.
All right.
It's now the 12, and it's 3rd and goal for Kennedy. Line of scrimmage, the Dowling 12. Maroons lead it 7-0. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Back to throw is Gianforte, looking in the end zone, now being flushed. Wants to run, stops, now reverses field, and he'll just take the sack back at the 21-yard line, and that may be the final play of the first quarter.
Yeah, he had no choice there. As soon as he reversed fields, he rolls out, gets out of the first tackle. I believe it was by 55.
You keep a track of tackles, man?
Yeah, by Pins, and Pins turned him around, and then all of a sudden he turns back and he sees Middleton and company coming at him, and he just said, that's it, I can't go anywhere.
Loss of 9, and that'll end the first quarter of play from Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Opening night of high school football. Mark Emmerdale, Matt Meendering, and Taylor Bennett will return with the second quarter here at Valley Stadium on this 77-degree night. Humidity at 56% on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Train home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. We begin the second quarter alongside Matt Maindring, Mark Hamadale. It'll be 4th and 21 for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And Matt, you have a couple of scores you want to pass along?
Get Southeast Polk up on Valley 7-6 at the half. I've got, this is for my wife, Underwood's ahead of Van Meter 7-3 at the half. And then
folks, we're going to get Van Meter updates because there's a Maindring coaching the football staff at Van Meter. Go ahead.
And then Ankeny Hawks are up on Centennial 7-3 in the first quarter. So.
All right. Kennedy going for it. Gianforte in at quarterback. They switch the field. Kennedy going left to right, north to south. Now being chased out of the pocket, still on his feet, bounces off a tackle and fires it out incomplete. And Dowling will once again take over on defense.
You know, great pressure from that front four right there. They didn't give up because the first guy was, Pins flushing him out again, and then Middleton turned him around, and then it ends up being Bobo is the one that finished him up and didn't give him a chance to throw it downfield. And great play for the Maroons. And they didn't even have enough time to just throw up the Hail Mary in the back of the end zone. So the Maroons take over. In high school football, the ball goes to the 20. No, that was off the extra point, or the field goal.
Yeah, 21-yard line.
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
So back to throw is to Phillips. Parker, a little quick hitter on the far sideline. It's caught by the Dowling receiver, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards. That
pick up that number 2. Who was that?
Number 28 for the Maroons, and that is Cohen Shelton out of the backfield.
Yeah. It wasn't a number I was expecting. That's why it came off on me a little funny. But there you go. Quick hitter there for the Maroons. Sneaking Cohen Shelton out of the backfield. They're giving Ian Middleton a break here, and Cohen Shelton's going to take the carries on this possession.
3-yard gain on the play. To Phillips on play action, back to throw, wants it all, shows his arm, fires it downfield, looking for Trey Wilson. The pass is knocked out of his hands, incomplete. A great individual effort that time by Mario Williams, the senior defensive back for Kennedy, broke it up. And Trey had it, but Mario came in and it was exposed enough that he was able to get to it and incomplete.
A great defensive play. I mean, that's textbook stuff right there. And Phillips laid it right in Trey's hands. And, and no fault to anybody's. Mario Williams just made a great defensive football play. And nothing you can say. He broke it up.
All right, let's try to get Taylor in here. We're late with our breaks with Taylor. Taylor Bennett on the Dowling sideline.
Guys, this game's flying by. On the last series, Dylan Manning came off and he jumped. He could have two-hand tomahawk, 360 dunked it coming off the field. He was so fired up. Just a complete game-altering play by him to run down 19 on Kennedy there.
Well, you're right.
Touchdown. Complete game-altering play.
It saved 7 points.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, we've got a timeout on the field. We will keep it here, and Taylor will continue our conversation with you. Let's go back. The Dowling defense out there twice, and they forced turnovers on downs. Big plays, big sacks. I think the Maroons had 5 sacks tonight. 4 players, or 4 individual sacks, and then we call it a group sack because the quarterback just went down. That is just tremendous. The Dowling defense setting the tone for this young offense, Taylor.
Yeah, the contain on the edges on both sides. Gianforte's a good scrambler. He knows what he's doing in the pocket, but every time that he's left the pocket, he's been under pressure almost immediately.
Yeah, very impressed as the Maroons take a timeout, so it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Dowling. 11:41 to go, second quarter. Dowling leads 7-0. Ian Middleton on a 4-yard run back in the first quarter at the 4:20 mark. And here's DePhillips back to throw. Now he has pressures, rolls to his right, looking, penalty flag down. He fires it out, and the pass was incomplete. And we got penalty flag back at the Dowling 16, so we'll see what Randy Heimerman's crew saw here, and that's never a good sign for the offense.
I'm guessing holding.
And it's declined. It'll bring up 4th down. So it's against Dowling, and the punting unit will come in. It'll be the first time we see the Dowling punting unit.
Yeah, it's one of those. I was wondering what was going to happen on that play. You know, it's one of the first times this young offensive line has been put in that situation. You have a 3rd and long. DePhillips' first time at quarterback, and you're going to see how they react. And I think Coach Wilson, okay, we'll take the punt here.
The Maroons are going to huddle up here. 4th and 7. Dowling on their own 24-yard line. Connor Larson, the senior, punted twice last year. I believe it's Connor Larson.
This is going to be interesting if this is on the defense. We'll see here what happens. Looks like they're going to march it back against the Maroons.
Yeah, Dowling's going to be.
It almost looked like I didn't see anybody offsides. I wonder if the center moved the ball.
Or the long snapper in this case, which would be Wyatt Jones, number 44. He is a Dowling long snapper. So now we're set back at the 19-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a high, short kick. Fielded at midfield. Now they let it bounce. And they're going to let it roll. Dowling will to the 41 of Kennedy. So Kennedy Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own. I'm going to call it 47 as it rolled. It was first touched at the 47 and down at the 41, and that's where the Kennedy Cougars will take over. 7-0 Dowling. Let's go down to Taylor Bennett. And Taylor, let's get a follow-up here. How we feeling down there? What do you think?
I'm feeling good. I'm watching Parker DePhillips right now. I think he's looking pretty composed so far. First start, I know that feeling coming out here, and the game doesn't really start until your first pass. And he's done a good job completing some quick hitters, and they had that 4th down play that he completed. Receiver ran a really good route coming back down the stem, and then they ended up scoring the touchdown on that drive. But I think they're looking good so far, and defense has been sticky.
Yes, it has, and now Cougars with the ball, and they get the ball to their wide receiver, and that is a nice catch by Dawson Doherty, the junior wide receiver with the catch, gets into Dowling territory at the Maroon 47-yard line, gain of 6.
Parker Pearson makes a nice tackle there in the open field on Doherty, and a good stop, a good play call coming out of the huddle there for the Cougars. Pick up a good 6 yards, and you're going to see if they get some momentum going here.
Kennedy, 2 receivers right, 1 back in the backfield, and Gianforte under center, and he gives it to the tailback, and that's the backup tailback in there, Damian Orr, and he's hitting sliced down in the backfield for no gain.
You know, one thing in this scheme defensively, it allows Coach Jack to bring a linebacker occasionally from somewhere, and that time it was Joel Sanko, came from the backside, hit the gap perfect, and was able to tackle. It was Doyle, right? Doyle down from the backside.
It was Damian Orr.
Oh, it was Orr.
43, the sophomore, backup tailback, back to the 50-yard line. So a loss of 3 by Orr. Another loss by the Dowling defense. Tackle for losses are mounting up. They've got 5 on the sack side, and now 1 here, and it's 3rd and 7 now for the Kennedy Cougars. Gianforte now will go out of the shotgun, but we got a timeout. We'll take it with him. With 9:49 to go here in the second quarter. It's Dowling 7, Cedar Rapids Kennedy nothing on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at West.
Okay, we're back here at Valley Stadium. 3rd and 7 for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And the pass by Gianforte to his receiver incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 7 for Kennedy. They trail 7-0 to Dowling Catholic. Mark Amadale, Matt Mandering, Taylor Bennett on the Dowling sideline tonight. Thanks for joining us on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISM. We welcome all of our viewers, especially the ones in Cedar Rapids that didn't make the trip over, but Dowling defense forcing a 4th down again, Matt.
Yeah, just overthrew his receiver at the edge of his fingers and forced the first punt here by Kennedy.
That is Garcia punting it away, and it's fielded by Trey Wilson right at the 19-yard line, and he looks dejected. He wanted to run that back, and he was told that fair catch signal better go up by his dad, the Dowling head coach, Tom Wilson.
Early in the game, you're sitting there, and the punt was nice and high, and I was thinking the same thing. You got to wave the arm there, and he did. And then he catches it, and he goes, I got 4 steps.
He's just dejected. I could just imagine. Good thing he's got a helmet on. Dowling offense on the field. Maroons lead it 7-0. The lone score in the first half has been by Ian Middleton of Dowling, scoring from 4 yards out to cap off a 8-play, 50-yard drive. The Maroons scoring on their very first series of the season. That's first down Maroons on their own 19. They go right to left, south to north. And off Middleton up the middle, back in, spins out of a tackle, got the first down, tripped up at the 30 and falls forward to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards and a Dowling first down. My goodness.
Yeah. He made one kid miss the line of scrimmage and broke an arm tackle a few yards later, and pretty soon he's 12 yards down the field, and Ian Middleton just a bowling ball right now.
And maybe we should give credit to this very young offensive line. Carter Barrett at left tackle, Brady Hagan the left guard, the senior captain, Carter Smith, Cade Krause the right guard, and Josh Miller the right tackle. Yeah, they are gelling pretty well for not having much experience. Back to throw to Phillips, fires it out, and he overthrew Trey Wilson at midfield, incomplete down the left seam. And I think Parker would like to have that back.
I was thinking the same thing. That's one of those you're going to watch on tape, and he's going to go, I just let that one a little hot. He threw that one a little hot over the middle, and he had Trey was open on that seam, and that would have been touchdown.
I want to recognize our crew tonight behind the scenes. On the CISN side, of course, our thanks to Justin Wolber and Pete Tarpey, but Sean Iglesias, our producer, and of course Kobe Gaines, Dowling grad, one of the cameramen over there with Mr. Pete Tarpey. Kobe also helps with TV 13. Look good to see him tonight. And Mary Statsny on the board for Iowa Catholic Radio. All right, 2nd and 10, and now Parker DePhillips wants to keep the football, runs outside. Now he's banging around and stays in bounds, gets up to about the 32-yard line, gain of 1. And he'll bring up 3rd and about 9.
3rd and 9. That was a play call to kind of keep him honest out there and to treat DePhillips as a threat. And they're switching out people there. Okay.
Yeah, 1 yard gain for DePhillips. And I was just going to ask you about that. That was kind of we're going to run this to set up this.
Yeah.
And Dowling now on 3 receivers to the top of your screen on TV and to the right of the formation on radio, and 2 to the right. So 5 receivers. Back to throw is DePhillips, fires it out. The pass is caught. Jack Barrett, did he stay in bounds? He did at the 37-yard line, make it the 38. How about that?
He had control, and that's what the officials were checking because he had 1 foot. High school, you need 1 foot.
Yep.
And he had control while that 1 foot touched down, and it's a good play, and we'll see it here on the replay. And, it's a catch.
30-yard gain.
Instant replay says it's a catch.
You thank Mr. Iglesias over there. Sean does a good job with the replays on the TV side for CISN. It's first down, Dowling. Under 8 minutes to play. First down at the Kennedy 38.
You know, the great thing about that is he was in traffic. That's a great catch in traffic, and here we go.
And off to Middleton. This time Ian has some traffic to navigate through, and he gets it down to the 35 for a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Dowling.
Isaiah Smith, coming from his defensive line position, said, I've seen enough of Ian Middleton, and wrapped him up and jumped on his back and wrestled him down for the 2-yard gain.
All right, 2 receivers to the right and a flanker or a slot back right behind the right tight end for Dowling as DePhillips out of the shotgun. The give is to Middleton. He works the right side, tries to cut it up, spins out of a tackle, and gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Great job by the Kennedy defense, and their linebackers and their good ones were all over that play.
They were, and you're seeing a little more of a run defensive set here, and they're coming up and now plugging that line of scrimmage and saying, okay, we need to make you throw the ball a little bit more. And Ian Middleton's not going to flash through any holes, but he's going to break a lot of arm tackles on his way forward.
He certainly will. Nice Game in Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Fast Signs in Clyde. DePhillips back to throw on 3rd and 8. Rolls to his left, fires left, passes caught, first down Maroons, and that's Trey Wilson tiptoeing the sideline at the 25 of Kennedy. 10-yard gain and a first down for Dowling.
I love the decision by DePhillips right there, because he could have ran and got close to the first down, but he saw Trey right on the sideline. Trey stands there, tiptoes in bounds, and puts it right on him. Great pitch and catch, first down.
Maroons will bring in Jack Baird. He'll be flanked to the far right. Phil Wilson, slot right. And 1 receiver to the left, that's Jake Scow. 1 back in the backfield for Dowling, and that is Middleton. And he gets the handoff from quarterback Parker DePhillips, and he's hit right as the handoff happened. And fortunately for the Maroons, they hung on, but a loss in the play. Good defense by Kennedy, and their linebackers are getting very active. I'm seeing 44 in there, a little bit more than you probably like, and that's Logan Hargraven, and they're getting very active in that linebacking core.
Yeah, they're starting to stunt a little bit more, and a little more of a run blitz action is what I would call it, where you're blitzing those linebackers into the gaps. You're thinking it's going to be a run play, and trying to get Middleton stopped up before he gets ahead of steam.
Well, Middleton now has 3 carries for no yards in the last 3. And now here's a little end around. They work it. Dowling with the football, and that's Trey Wilson down the near sideline, finally run out of bounds inside the 15. And he's got the first down. Let's see where they put him down. Right at the 15.
A little short.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit
short. Oh, he is.
Short.
It'll be second down.
So second down, you got. I like the play design here, because you got Ian Middleton out front as a lead blocker on that play as they do that end around, and Trey with his speed really creates some energy on that offensive side.
Yeah, 12-yard run for Trey Wilson. 3rd and 1 Dowling. Here's a snap out of the shotgun. Handoff to the tailback. That's Cohen Shelton, and he breaks through inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Shelton, the other junior running back with Middleton, and it'll be 1st and goal Dowling at the 9.
Great cut at the line of scrimmage by Cohen, and allowed him to get the first down.
Gain of 6. Maroons back on the ground again. The handoff up the gut down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 3. Was that Shelton? Yes, it was.
Shelton.
So Shelton has carried the last 2 times, and the Maroons now knocking on the door once again in the red zone. 2 receivers to the left. It'll be 2nd and goal Dowling from the 6-yard line of Kennedy. Halfback on the left, right behind the left tackle. DePhillips out of the shotgun. He'll give it to Shelton. Shelton spins inside to the 5 for a gain of 1. And Kennedy getting tough on defense. And the Maroons now have worked the ball to the left hash. Let's see if something opens up to the right side of the field here, Matt.
Yeah, and they, with Cohen there, he ran hard those first couple. They went with a little tempo on 2nd down, getting the snap off quickly, hoping to catch the Cougars. Not quite ready, and they've reacted defensively. They've got a tough front 8 in there, and with that 3-man front, 5 linebackers, they're all running downhill right now.
They don't have as much territory to cover. 3rd and goal on the 5. Maroons will spread everybody out, and DePhillips will keep it, and he's driven down right at the goal, right at the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 4th down, and the field goal unit will check in for the Maroons as Marty Blunt will come in and try the field goal.
As the Maroons wind down the clock here in the 2nd quarter, they ran to the short side of the field there again. They thought they could get the matchups. They ran to the weak side, and Cougars covered it up, create the 4th down, and here's Blunt with the field goal try.
23-yard field goal attempt from the left hash, ball down. And the kick is right through the uprights, good. And the Maroons have extended their lead to 10-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy with 3:02 to go here in the first half alongside Matt Mandring. This is Mark Amadale, Taylor Bennett on the sideline. We're going to hear from him when we come back from our 1-minute break on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
All right, we're back at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Dowling on the kickoff, fielded by Kennedy. Now the ball's loose, and finally one of the upbacks for the Cougars falls on the football, and the Cougars will have it 1st and 10 as Damian Orr, the backup tailback, on the ball. Dowling 10, Cedar Rapids Kennedy nothing. Maroons go 15 plays, 81 yards, and Marty Blount with a 23-yard field goal as we're under the 3-minute mark. And Taylor Bennett, we haven't heard from you in a while. Get us caught up on the Dowling sideline tonight. What's going on, man?
It's all right. If we're running 15 play drives with this young of a group, I mean, that's a good thing, right? I don't need to be heard from. I think I'm so impressed so far with the amount of guys that are making plays right now. And this team doesn't look young. I mean, low penalties, couple penalties maybe, long drives like that, and so many different contributors so far.
All right, appreciate the update, Taylor Bennett, on the Dowling sideline tonight. We bring in that sideline reporter. Now Giaforte hands it off to his starting tailback who's back in there, Jacob Doyle, and he's hit and dropped. The line of scrimmage to start this drive is the 23-yard line, and he got a yard up to the 24 there, Matt.
Yeah, a little delayed handoff, and the line got a great push up front, and now you're seeing a couple new numbers in there for the Maroons as they are doing some, rotating some of those guys through, and because I see Wyatt Jones in there now again, and gets into that one and gets a stop for him as well.
All right, here's the snap out of the shotgun. Gianforte fires over the middle, and it's caught. McCrary, one of their faster guys, missed the catch. He's got the first down. He crosses the 35, and just across the 35 he goes for a gain of 11.
Nice play coming across the middle, and you're right. McCrary's one of those guys, you got to have your eyes on him all the time, and he shoots across the middle, and one broken tackle, and he could be gone. And so the Maroons do a really good job here of getting him down in the open field. Nice play by Joe Smerdla.
So they bring up 1st and 10 for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Ball just on the 36-yard line. They give it to the tailback, and bouncing off a tackle is Jacob Doyle, and the ball loose, and Dowling thinks they got it. We'll see, and the officials say they got it. Trying to pick up who was on the bottom of the pile, but a
Jackson
fumble.
Miller.
It was Jackson Miller on the recovery.
And if you watch this tackle on tape, if we can get the replay of this, you'll see Jackson Miller grab him from behind and rip the ball out. And you see the tackle here in the replay, and he just stripped him and covered it himself. So it's a great play by Jackson Miller. And gets the turnover. We talked about it in the pregame. I don't know if we were on the air or not, but one thing Dowling didn't do last year enough, I feel, was create turnovers, and there's a big one.
It certainly is. Maroons take over on the Kennedy 36, the minute 42 to go, and 2 timeouts remaining. We'll go down to Taylor Bennett following this play. Parker to Phillips, a quarterback, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Back to throws to Phillips, fires it all, and the ball is caught slightly behind the receiver with the catch, and a first down. Good second effort by the Maroons that time. Of just kind of hanging in there and digging, and that's Jake Scow on the reception. Yeah. And let's go down to Taylor on this one. Taylor Bennett Your thoughts on that strip by Miller setting up the Maroons in the red zone here?
These guys are still hyped up. Same thing ever since the game started. The tackling's been phenomenal so far tonight, and they keep harping on it down here on the sidelines too. And the energy's been fantastic. Jackson Miller's everywhere.
Low snap, but here is the handoff, and they get it to Ian Middleton back in at tailback, and ball will be moved back to the 15-yard line. So no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 Dowling from the Kennedy 15. 57 seconds and counting left in the half. Matt?
Plenty of time left, and Coach Wilson's got 2 timeouts in the bag. You're saying, well, he's kind of taking a little time here. You are, but you've only got 1 first down left on the field, so time's not really all that important here.
All right, the Maroons will put 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Middleton in the backfield. Here's to Phillips at quarterback. Looking downfield, running to his right. Now we'll keep it, cuts inside the 10 and slides to about the 7-yard line. No flag down as there was some contact.
I think they'll call a timeout here.
And the Maroons will take it with them. So with 23 seconds remaining, a 1-minute timeout. We'll return to Valley Stadium. Dowling 10, Kennedy nothing. 23 seconds remaining in the first half on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
All right, welcome back to Valley Stadium. Dowling with a 3rd and 2 on inside, and now a quick pass, touchdown Scow as DePhillips found Scow from the Dowling 7-yard line. And touchdown Maroons, their 2nd touchdown of the night, and the first passing touchdown of the year for Parker DePhillips, and Jake Scow, the senior, with the catch. Maroons lead it 16-0 with 19 seconds remaining in the half here, Matt.
Great play-action play there. Everyone's looking at Middleton to get the yard and get the first down, and Scow breaks that off, breaks it over the middle, and DePhillips puts it right on him. Touchdown Maroons, and here's the extra point.
All right, Dowling will send in Marty Blount for the extra point. DePhillips the hold, and the extra point is up and good as a long snapper is Wyatt Jones. So with 19 seconds remaining, here in the first half, it's Dowling 17, Cedar Rapids Kennedy nothing. Dowling ranked 4th, Kennedy ranked 5th in Class 5A coming in tonight. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Save big at DeYarman CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeYarman CDJR Ames. DeYarmanAmes.com.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 on a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy.
Well, the Jackson Miller fumble recovery set up Dowling for a short field, and the Maroons go 4 plays, 36 yards, capped off by Parker DePhillips. First touchdown pass of the year to Jake Scow of 7 yards. Blount's extra point gives Dowling a 17-0 lead. Mark Amadale alongside Matt Maindring Taylor Bennett on the Dowling sideline. Let's go down to Taylor. Taylor, you got what questions you going to ask Coach Wilson here? This will be interesting.
Yeah.
What are you going to ask your former boss?
I'm not laying anything too tough on him. I think I couldn't be more impressed with the Maroons right now. DePhillips getting his first touchdown pass was sweet. You guys talked about it right before the last couple of drives about the linebacker sucking up, and we threw him right behind him on a couple plays on that drive.
Well, now go find him, because now the half is ended as Kennedy took a knee. We'll let you find him, and we'll come down.
You're going to have to dive through there, man.
You should see him when he scrambled. He could scramble.
Yeah, I bet he could.
All right, our halftime score, Dowling 17, Cedar Rapids Kennedy nothing, a battle of two top 5 teams. As Taylor Bennett, former Dowling quarterback, and Grandview University quarterback, as we're going to talk to Andy Jepson and Taylor, take it away with head coach Tom Wilson of Dowling.
All right, I got Coach Wilson here. Coach, we're earlier today. Youngest team we've ever had in 20 years here. Low penalties, long drops. What do you think so far?
I'm really happy with our kids. To be honest with you, the best play so far was Dylan Manning saving a touchdown on the 3-yard line. That's a veteran not giving up. But we left some points out there. But I think for the most part, pretty good.
Yeah, awesome, Coach. Thanks a lot.
All right, Taylor, great job with head coach Tom Wilson.
He let him off pretty easy, only one question.
Well,
I don't know.
It's his first game. and Taylor, you did a good job.
You did good. It was a good question.
You got to face you got to face the scoreboard when you talk to us, you know.
All right, I'll be
you got cut off. But, hey, give us your thoughts, former quarterback. The young offense performed well, but the defense set the tone. I think they had 4 or 5 sacks in the first half, and you mentioned, Coach mentioned Dylan Manning saving a touchdown, Taylor.
The Dowling defense has been, a staple here for how many years now? 15, 20 years at Dowling. It just amazes me that they can continue to just churn out dominant defenses every single year. But Dylan Manning he's so infectious on the sidelines. Like, everybody's all about it. Ian Middleton, same exact thing. I think we keep talking about the young guys, but those guys are true leaders on this team, and you can feel it.
No question. Taylor, thank you, and we'll talk to you in the second half, and we'll get your thoughts in the second half when we return following halftime. Alongside Matt Maindring, Mark Hamadale will take a break. We'll take a 2-minute break along our network lines, 2 minutes. Mary and our crew here with Sean. 2-minute break. Dowling leading at halftime 17-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy. We'll return after these messages.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Mark Hamadale alongside Matt Maindring and Taylor Bennett as we get set for halftime. Dowling leading Cedar Rapids Kennedy 17-0 in a battle of top 5 teams. Joined now, if you're watching on TV, the person to my right and your left is Andy Jepson, president of the Catholic Football League for now.
Yeah.
Andy, welcome, and thanks for all you do. What a performance. What a way to start the year. All that mosh pit going from one end zone to the other.
Yeah, it's. I just told somebody it's 8 years in a row, and nobody had to go to the hospital that I know of.
You're talking about the kids are fine. It's the coaches I worry about.
Yeah,
you know that.
A lot of times they've started to learn to stay out of the way. So,
Andy, the Catholic Football League celebrating an anniversary.
Yeah.
60 years. Yeah. Started way back in the day of Jim Williams. They had a lot of help, but this is where the groundwork starts, and you're a big part of this, and your season's about ready to get set, ready to get started.
60 years is an incredible feat for any organization, but much less a youth sports organization, and it really speaks to not only what Coach Williams started and the vision that he had, but all of the coaches at Dowling Catholic that have come after Coach Williams have invested in this program. No one more so than Coach Wilson, and it's the reason that we're as successful as we are. And it's just been an honor to be a part of it. So,
Andy, talk about for our listeners and viewers who are viewing statewide. We have the Cedar Rapids crowd here. When you start Catholic Football League at the elementary, middle school, where's the flag? Turn into tackle. How's that transition going, and what grade?
It's changed a little bit over the years. I think when I first started, maybe 10 years ago, we were starting to move into tackle football at younger ages. Might have gotten as low as 4th grade. It certainly was at 5th grade at one point. And for the last probably 5, 6, maybe even more years, we have decided as an organization we're not going to start tackling until 6th grade. So essentially the way it works is kids start in 1st grade. 1st and 2nd graders play traditional flag, non-padded flag. 3rd graders also play non-padded flag. And then once you get to 4th and 5th grade, we're putting a helmet and the shoulder pads on kids. They're bigger, they're moving around a little bit faster, so it's protective, and it also teaches them how to move around with that equipment on. You could probably argue that maybe when kids move into 6th grade and their first year of tackle and they're tackling or they're playing against kids that have been tackling since 4th or 5th grade, maybe our kids are at a little bit of a disadvantage, but we haven't seen a noticeable drop off in their success, and we've kind of moved to the model that says let's keep as many of them around as long as we can, because kids are going to be a little bit leery whenever that transition is to tackle. Some kids are going to be a little bit leery, and we'd like to be as developed as they possibly can be. So,
this is with Andy Jepson. He is the president of the Catholic Football League here in Greater Des Moines. Here at halftime, Dowling leading 17-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And Andy, the things that football went through several years ago, the concussion syndrome and that, the safety factor has taken over, and you guys start at the ground level about that. You mentioned some of the examples, but I'm impressed with the helmets that they're using in games and practices. That is something, because now we're seeing it at the pro level, and even in some of the games.
Yeah, so not only the normal equipment, right? So the quality of the helmet is drastically better than it was even 10 years ago, certainly 20 years ago. But the opportunity to put a Guardian cap on a kid, we start, based on Coach Wilson's guidance, they started using Guardian caps in his high school program before we did, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And now every kid in our program that is in a tackle program, so 6th and 7th graders through the 8th grade and then into the high school, they're practicing every day with a Guardian cap on top of their helmet. So you have a multitude of things, not to mention teaching and coaching techniques have changed and improved greatly. We're not spending time mashing kids together in practices. We're trying to teach maybe more of the fundamentals and saving the more physical stuff for game days and things like that. And I'd like to think that we've made progress as a sport. I know that there's been a ton of time and energy and expense put into making the sport as safe as it can be. I would argue that it's safer than at any point that I've ever been involved with it, which is a really long time now.
Yeah, so, you've been around a while. Yeah. We've had this conversation for quite a few seasons. Andy, how has Catholic Football League grown, Greater Des Moines Catholic Football League? The numbers then and now, with all the stuff that's happened with football, not only the kids but also the parents. And is it mom or dad? And they've got maybe a debate in the house. Do we want him to go out at all? Do we start him at tackle and not do the flag?
Sure.
What's the numbers like throughout all this?
They've improved, and they've been really, really steady the last 4 or 5 years. We're blessed with the support that we have from a really, really successful high school program. Kids that are in our Catholic schools grow up wanting to play on Friday night for Dowling Catholic. So I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the fact that that's a huge part of our success. Coach Wilson's investment in our program, the time he spends with and making his coaches available to our coaches, that's all critically important. And I think we've done a good job. I hope we've done a good job of trying to take all of the precautions that we possibly can to encourage kids to make it safe. I think when I first started about 10 years ago, we were running in the ballpark of about 420 kids annually, and the past few years we've been between 540 and 600. So
and
it's grown.
Yeah, in order to support that growth, you need equipment and
Sure.
you need fundraising.
Yep.
This isn't being handed out by tax
Yeah.
dollars. You got to fundraise, and you and your staff do a good job of that. I heard you talking to Maynard, and that'll be your next job when you retire is fundraising. But talk about the fundraising and who's been helping you out and some of the sponsors maybe.
So we have annually we have a golf tournament in the middle of July. It's really been a successful venture for us. It doesn't raise a ton of money, but it fills a need that we have had in the past decade of the extra dollars that we can put into protective equipment. Almost all of that money goes directly into our protective equipment. We've been really, really fortunate in the entire time that I've been on the board. We haven't had to increase our registration expenses for parents and families at all. Having had kids that have played youth sports, football is by far the least expensive sport to participate in. And we take pride in that. It's very, very important that we're doing all the things that we can to make youth football attractive to everybody, including folks who might, kind of be on the fence or have some questions about, is this the right thing for my fourth grader or fifth grader or whoever it might be. So.
Just have a few minutes before we start the second half. Andy, folks want to get a hold of any board member or yourself. It's dmcatholicfootball.com, dmcatholicfootball.com. And I know you are at the end of your term. Has it been 10 years? Is that how long
I've
you
been
served?
on the board. I think this is my 10th season. I've
Okay.
been the president of the board now. This is, I think, year 6 or 7. So.
Okay, so you're handing the baton off to who?
Garrett Hill is a guy that's been on our board for a long time. He's a parishioner at St. Francis and has been a part of youth football. He played football at Central a couple years ago. I won't tell you how long ago. A lot more recently than I did. I guess I'll tell you that much. But Garrett, he's got 4 kids that are coming up through the program, and just like I had a ton of people who were very willing to jump in and help. Garrett's going to need that help. There's a lot of us that have been around for a long time. We kind of know how the thing works, but it's time to infuse new ideas and a fresh perspective into the CFL. I think Garrett will do a great job with that. We're going to certainly be on kind of a mission in the off season to recruit new board members, recruit new people who can lend a hand and help us with everything from equipment handout to game day management to coaching teams to organizing schedules, all the stuff. It takes a lot of people. I've been super fortunate to have a ton of great people around me, and Garrett's going to need the same thing.
dmcatholicfootball.com is the website. The outgoing president, Andy Jepson, joining me here at halftime. And, Coach, before I let you go, the first games are a week from tomorrow.
That's right.
Flag games again on Saturday, September 7th, and Sunday the 8th, the first tackle games.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
I'm
Can't wait.
more concerned about my sideline guy tonight, Taylor Bennett. He's coaching one of those. I think it's a flag team.
First grader.
I saw the script, and I think it's more detailed than Coach Wilson's. Is that right? He shouldn't be doing that.
It could be. So he was taught well, though. So
yes, he was.
I know that he'll be just fine. It's awesome to see these guys that that played at Dowling and now have kids and families of their own, starting to bring their kids into the league. We've got young kids of a lot of the coaches and staff. Coach Herring's got a kid playing, and it's really fun to see that. And, awesome to have those guys involved in the program.
And, of course, you help out with Grandview University, the quarterbacks coach. Has some pretty good ones go through. Yeah. I understand you're taking a home game from Williams Stadium. You're coming here at Valley Stadium next week. Is that right? What's the deal?
Our opener. So we don't have a game tomorrow. Most of the college teams are opening tomorrow. We didn't get a game this opening weekend, and our opener is against a team out of Missouri that's in their first season. They didn't want to incur the expense of an overnight, so they wanted to play a little bit later than we normally kick off at Williams. And Coach Woodley, who's a Valley guy, has probably been looking for a reason to get us out here to host a home game out at Valley Stadium. So 6 o'clock next Saturday night, we'll kick off our season over here under the lights at Valley Stadium, and we can't wait. It seems like camp has been a month long. We're ready to start preparing for somebody other than the guys in the same color jersey.
Absolutely, and coach them up. I understand there's some Dowling kids in your Grandview lineup.
We got 8 of them, and they're
including your son,
spread across a whole array of ages. We got 2 freshmen, Jack and Kenny James, and Carson Hagan and Noah Seamer are sophomores, and then I got to think about this, Louis Brooks and Jackson Filer. I'm missing some.
Of course you are.
Jason Murray.
That's Andy Jepson missing
Jake
names.
Jake Calvert.
You did well.
That's the other one. So those older guys have come into our program in the last year as transfers, and we're just really excited about all of them. They all are going to do good things in our program, and they've done a great job for us so far. So we'll see some of those guys on Saturday night out here for sure.
Andy, thanks for all you do for Catholic football. Thanks for joining us and our viewing and listening audience. We'll take a break. Dowling up 17-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That is Andy Jepson, the president of the Catholic Football League of Greater Des Moines for now. DMCatholicFootball.com if you want more information. We'll return on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Here we go. Back here at Valley Stadium, second half, kickoff. Short kick by Kennedy, fielded by one of Dowling's up-backs, and that is Joe Smerdla. And he might go. He's across midfield and finally runs into traffic. Tackled at the 45 of Kennedy. But Smerdla, the defensive guy, picks it up on special teams for the return, Matt.
His eyes got as big as beach balls right there when he broke that first tackle and saw some open field, and he took off, and a nice play. So, you know, those pooch kicks, if the kicking team overruns it, which they did here, they gave him an alley, and he was one block away from making it happen.
All right, let's go down to Taylor Bennett. Taylor, did you stay anywhere during halftime?
I was still moseying around the sidelines a little bit. I had to get my little guy was getting tired. I had to get him home to mom.
All right, first down Dowling. Here's Middleton on the handoff, and he's running towards the sideline, crosses the 40 of Kennedy, and finally brought down. Thank you, Taylor Bennett, for that report. And we're going to bring him down at the 36-yard line of Kennedy.
And I like the play call coming out because, you know, while Middleton's fresh after the halftime break, run him to the edge with the lead blocker out there. They pull a guy and get a nice big gain there on first down, 7 yards off the edge.
So that was Middleton on the run. These are the 2nd and 2 from the 36-yard line. Hand off Middleton again and between the tackles. And he's got the first down up to the Kennedy 31-yard line, a gain of 5. And I'll tell you what, hats off. We talked about the defense, and Taylor did a good job talking about the plays there. But the offensive line, very impressed. Without the offensive line, there's no yards for Ian Middleton or Cohen Shelton or for Parker DePhillips. Time to throw.
And again, that time as he picked up on the sideline there, Evan Mitchell was in the game. The freshman, they had an extra lineman in there. So I saw him come blazing to the sidelines after the run. And, you know, they're utilizing those young guys, and when Coach Wilson talks about a young team, he's only concerned about those guys up front. You can tell, right?
You can. All right, 3 receivers left. Back to throw, and the pass is caught, and that is Jack Barrett with the reception. Inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line or so, gain of 7. And Maroons had everybody split out. They had 4 receivers, 3 to the left and 1 to the right, and they found Barrett, the inside slot receiver.
One thing with Middleton, you know, and they are, those linebackers are getting up in there a little bit tighter, and then it allows for that opening right there. And nice throw by DePhillips, setting it up to play action, and picked up Barrett right on the money.
Gain of 8 down to the 23-yard line to Kennedy. Handoff is Middleton. Penalty flag down. He's got the first down, but this may come back. We'll see what Randy Heimerman.
No, I don't think there's a flag. I think it's a towel.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to wind the clock. So first down, Dowling. And Mr. Heimerman will pick up litter.
Yeah. I thought it was his beanbag for a second.
I did too. I saw
yeah.
the marking, but nonetheless.
Middleton, nice run, first down. And they went to the left side that time. That's the young side. That's Hagan and Carter Barrett right there. And Middleton dances around and gets the yardage.
Gain of 5 for Middleton. First and 10, Dowling on the 18, and now penalty flag down. And what do we have here? The umpire is calling procedure. Might have moved the ball a little bit, I think. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty assessed against Dowling. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose. Mercy One and Skeffington's Formal Wear, along with the Catholic Tuition Organization. Mark Amadale, Matt Mandring, up here in the press box on a beautiful night. Game time temperature 77 degrees. Northwest wind at 7 miles per hour and the humidity at 56%. And now DePhillips back to throw, throws into the end zone, looking for Wilson. Caught, touchdown, Trey Wilson. As he only needed 1 foot to get down, he stutter stepped and got it down. Touchdown Maroons from 18 yards out. DePhillips to Wilson.
Great pass by DePhillips. He put that in the bucket. You know, and sometimes you're throwing on a line, sometimes you're throwing that arc to a spot, and he was throwing that to a spot in the corner of the end zone, and it laid it in there just perfect, just over the hands of Michael Richards for the Cougars, and you know.
Now the extra point attempt by Blount, and it's up, and it is good. So the Maroons now lead it 24-0 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy with 9:02 remaining. Third quarter in this top 5 matchup. 4th-ranked Dowling leading 24-0 over 5th-ranked Cedar Rapids Kennedy. We'll return to Valley Stadium in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer
And we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Dowling leading 24-0 as Parker DePhillips threw his second touchdown pass tonight, this time to Trey Wilson from 18 yards out. And the kickoff by Dowling returned by Mario Williams. And the Cougars now deep in a hole, 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Gianforte remains the quarterback, gives it to the backup tailback, and that's Damian Orr running right side. Gets up to the 29-yard line. They'll give him a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 as the Maroons go 5 plays, 44 yards, and that was set up, that whole drive, Matt, by Joe Smerdla's kickoff return.
Yeah, they tried to do that little pooch kick.
Yes,
and
they did.
Smerdla picks it up and brings it into enemy territory, and so then it sets up the offense on a short field, and a couple runs by Middleton, and a throw to, I believe, the original one with the Jack Barrett, and then the Trey in the corner of the end zone.
So Trey Wilson with his first touchdown reception of the season. We'll go down to Taylor Bennett. Give us an update on the Dowling sideline. Now penalty flag down. Handoff goes to the backup tailback, Damian Orr. And this play may be coming back. We'll see. Taylor Bennett, you're on the Dowling sideline. Give us an update. We haven't heard from you, young man.
Oh, guys, that play was so sweet. You can always tell when two guys have a connection and they've repped something a ton of times in the offseason. That's what you saw right there with DePhillips and Trey Wilson. Just great anticipation by Parker on the throw. And Trey, he didn't even have his guy beat right away. Parker threw it anyways. Trey beat him. And then he tiptoed down in the back corner of the end zone there. It was beautiful.
You know, Taylor, talking with Dowling quarterback coach Craig McLean, he mentioned the other quarterbacks besides, well, Parker DePhillips and Mr. Nahas, and I got to make sure I get the right one, Joey Nahas, because the twins, they were both starting on the baseball team. Parker started in right field, Joey at third base, and they did get their reps in for football, even though they were going to baseball practice all year. That's off to them.
Big time. That's a lot of work. Once you get into baseball, you're every day in that. To do the football stuff, too, is big time.
No question. So hats off to the quarterbacks. We may see Nahas in there later as Joey is the backup quarterback. Here's a toss play to Orr of Kennedy. Runs the right side, and he's up to the 27-yard line after that penalty.
And you wonder if something happened to Doyle, because we haven't seen him in a while. We haven't called his number on the offensive side of the ball. I don't believe he's had a carry since the...
Well, this is their first series since halftime.
Yeah,
so
but I don't remember him in the second quarter even.
He was in, and then the fumble by Jackson Miller recovers. They only had 2 plays there, so yeah, that's a good point. All right, here is Gianforte back to throw, fires it out. It's caught. That's let's see, Braden Peck with the reception. That's his first catch of the night for Kennedy.
Joel Sanko with the stop on the crosser over the middle and makes a nice play to stop to prevent any extra yardage after the catch, but a good play by the Cougars for a first down.
Braden Peck, it's 5'10" junior with the catch. And we'll bring up 1st and 10. Kennedy from their own 36-yard line. Dowling trying to pitch the shutout, leading 24-0 in the battle of top 5 teams. Maroons won the game last year in Cedar Rapids. Handoff goes to Orr. He's got a hole on the left side. First down, crosses midfield, and he kind of ping-pongs around and lands at the 47 of Dowling. Nice run of 18 yards.
They found something on that backside there, and it had a nice hole. That's the biggest hole we've seen on the defense here all night, and Orr takes that downfield, makes a nice cut halfway through his run, and a big play for the Cougars.
17-yard run, first down, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They'll line up 3 receivers in a bunch formation to the left of the formation. Kennedy going left to right, north to south here at the Valley Stadium. They're visiting white uniforms. And quarterback Gianforte, Vinny Gianforte, the senior, 3-year starter, carries the ball on a draw down to the Dowling 42 for a gain of 5.
Orr turns into a lead blocker on that play as they fake it to him, and then Gianforte follows him up the gap, and nice play on first down for the Cougars. This is their best drive since I think their opening drive.
This may be the deepest they've been in Dowling territory. I got to go back through my score sheet here, but they're knocking on the door, not quite in the red zone. 2nd and 5, Kennedy at the Dowling 42. Here's a snap, back to throw over the middle. The pass is incomplete, and now penalty flags down as Dowling had that receiver well covered and maybe too well covered.
Yeah.
Dylan Manning was the Dowling defender.
He might maybe a little too well covered. He might have been a little early. He was tackling him, but the ball wasn't quite there yet.
Good job by the officiating staff. They waited, and they all saw the same thing. We saw 3 flags come in, so credit to them. It'll be a automatic first down for Kennedy as they march off the penalty, a pass interference on the Maroons. Lose the ball to the 27 of Dowling. So this is the deepest territory, part of the deepest territory that Kennedy's offense has been in tonight. Let's see if the Dowling defense.
Except for when Dylan Manning chased that kid
That's
down
true.
at the 3-yard line. So
I knew it was missing something.
Yeah.
Manning with the save, and that saved the shutout thus far. 1st and 10, Kennedy. Here's Gianforte, looks right, and now slips a tackle, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage for a gain of maybe a few more.
Yeah,
They're going to spot him down to the 23, a gain of 4.
He got a pump fake there on Pins, and Pins had him in the in the sights, and Forte, you can tell he's been on the field a number of times. That was a veteran move right there. Give Pins a little pump fake, pulls it down, and runs in for 4 yards.
This will be the 7th play of the Kennedy drive. We started back at the 23-yard line. And now they're at the Dowling 23. Under 5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Gianforte swings it out. The pass is tipped and nearly picked off by Manning. The pass goes incomplete.
That was one of those plays that got tipped as he was thrown in traffic there, and everybody's holding their breath saying, where's that ball coming down at?
Dylan Manning was right there, but deflected the other way. It'll bring up 3rd and 6 for Kennedy. And are they in the area to settle for score, or are they going to go for 6?
It depends on what your kicker is like, and if you want to, give him a shot at some point. But I think this is 4-down territory.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. 4:50 remaining, 3rd quarter. Dowling up 24-0. Gianforte out of the shotgun, back to throw over the middle. Nice ball. Pass is caught. Slipping to tackle is a wide receiver, McCray, and he's all the way down inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Pierce McCrary, with the reception, and nearly a touchdown. It'll be 1st and goal on the 2 for Kennedy.
Those are 2 kids that played a lot of football together right there, Gianforte and McCrary, and he hits him. He was patient. That's a long route for him to come across the field, and makes a nice play, and great catch there.
Gain of 22 yards, and it's 1st and goal on the 1 for Kennedy. Handoff goes to the tailback, and that is Oregon, and he's hit and dropped. He's going to lose yardage back to the 5-yard line, so a 4-yard loss on 1st and goal.
Right there, it was goal line defense, and everybody's got their, you tell your players, head down, make that pile, and Middleton came off the edge untouched and chased Orr down for the loss.
So we'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for Kennedy. Under center is Vinny Gianforte, the senior quarterback. And inside counter, handoff goes to the young man, McCrary, and he gets in for the score. Pierce McCrary, touchdown, a little inside counter. They fake the toss right, and they hand it off to the wide receiver and flanker, McCrary, and he scores from 5 yards out.
Good play call, good execution there by the Cougars, and you're right, Mark. They run this counter back, and good block up front by number 33, Braden Alber, from his fullback position. Freed McCrary up, touchdown.
All right, extra point by the Cougars. That'll be Garcia in to attempt the extra point, and now we've got flags down.
Yeah, I think we get a motion.
So with 3:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Kennedy is guilty now of a procedure call. Scores 24-6 pending the extra point on an 11-play drive by the Cougars. 11 plays, 77 yards.
I think as he dove across there, I'm going to get the number 12 for the Maroons. Parker Pearson, I think, got a piece of that and blocked it. It was short.
It was short, and it wasn't well struck by the kicker.
I think Parker Pearson got a piece of that.
So the extra point is no good, and the score remains 24-3. Dowling, 24-6 rather. Dowling over Kennedy. 3:38 to go. 3rd quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break on the network stations, Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk.
Dylan Manning with the recovery for the Maroons. First and 10 Maroons. Ball at the Dowling 10.
And welcome back to Valley Stadium. Beautiful night, week 1 of the high school football season. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, 5th ranked in Class 5A, taking on 4th ranked Dowling Catholic. Maroons lead it 24-6. Parker Pearson on the blocked extra point kept the Cougars from completing the 7-pointer. As the touchdown by Pierce McCrary from 5 yards out. Kickoff by Kennedy, and Dylan Manning with the fair catch at his own 37-yard line, and that's where the Maroon offense will start. Pistol formation. And let's see, we got a new quarterback in for Dowling, and back to throw and completion. Joey Nahas making his first appearance of the 2024 season.
Coach Wilson wasted no time in dialing it up as Nahas says, I want to chuck the ball, and almost a great pass and a great catch there as they tried to catch him off guard.
Pass is incomplete. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Blessman International, and Bozen the Florist. As now in the ball game, Colin Shelton at tailback, pistol formation. Nahas hands off to Shelton, right side, trying to get outside, and he spins his way up to about the 39 for a gain of 2. Going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Maroons.
Shelton out to the edge there on the right side, short side of the field, and trying to create a little action, and nothing really opened up out there, and brings up a 3rd and long.
All right, Taylor Bennett, we're concerned about your play sheet with your flag football team in a week from tomorrow. Coach Jepson and I were going through it. I said, I bet he's got more plays than Coach Wilson right now for those youngsters. Here's Nahas' pass, caught. I'm going to give him credit for the first down.
Yeah,
he's right at the sticks
here.
Right
at the stick, so it's going to be close. There's a flag on there's 2 flags. I wonder if they're going to get a face mask on this as well. So it won't matter where the spot is, because I think they're going to give him a face mask penalty.
Well, Drexler made the catch. It's just a matter of where they're going to spot forward progress.
Yeah. We got 2 flags on it. Yeah, they're marking it off.
Okay, so face mask right at the 47.5-yard line is where he went down. So that's a gain of 8, and now they're going to tag on yardage. So Taylor, back to my discovery here. Found out. Want to know what your play sheet's like with flag football in a week?
Oh yeah, a lot of just trying to get kids right in the right. You got to tell every single kid what they're doing every play. But I think we're starting to come around. On Thursday when we practiced yesterday, we're starting to get our one play down, right and left. That's what it's called, right and left.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, it's super simple. Throwing a little center pass, swing it up the center, or one of the receivers every now and again.
All right. Well, what's going on in Dowling sideline? We asked you about Catholic Football League. It is Catholic Football night, but our last report is Nahas in there at quarterback.
Yeah.
Middleton's still in there. He returns to the game. He and Shelton have traded off at tailback. But what's going on the Dowling sideline? Anything you picked up?
Yeah, I'm just loving the trust that the coaches have in every single one of the players that they're putting out there. Nahas comes in completely cold, warming up here on the sidelines, but comes in and we're just throwing slants right behind the linebackers on the first play, and then he comes in and picks up that big 3rd down.
All right, 3rd and 6, and Nahas' pass is caught.
Oh, yeah.
That's Jack Barrett with the catch, and they're going to spot him down out of bounds right at the 24-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
And that's a good read by Nahas and Barrett right there, because they saw the defender was playing soft, so he broke it off, came back, and Nahas laid it right on him, and on the catch, Barrett touched his knee on the ground, so it's down.
9-yard catch, and now here's Nahas, completes the pass to Middleton out of the backfield. I think Ian lined up as a receiver, one of the 3 to the left, and he's got the first down. and more inside the 10 down to the 9. First and goal, Dowling from the Kennedy 9.
And that's nothing a safety wants to see, is Ian Middleton with the ball in the open field after he catches it and gets her head of steam.
15-yard gain on the play, Nahas to Middleton, and now here's a inside handoff to Wilson, and Trey turns upfield and is finally hit and dropped. And he's slow to get up. I don't like seeing that. And he'll spot him down at about the 8-yard line, gain of 1. A lot of running for a gain of 1, but that's what it was for Wilson. 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling up 24-6. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring here in the press box on a beautiful night, 78 degrees at game time. Nahas back to throw, and he's going to be sacked back at the 15-yard line as Joey Nahas, the Dowling quarterback in relief of starter Parker DePhillips, goes down. Matt?
Yeah, Alex Myers with a nice play. He came off untouched off the right side, and Nahas didn't have any chance there. Myers had him down and for the sack, so it creates third and long here. You got third and goal. This is a big play.
Loss of 7 on the sack. Nahas with 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. I wonder if his twin brother Joey's out there. Gotta look here. Let's see.
You calling a Nahas to Nahas?
Joey, yeah, it could. And they'll let the clock run out. So we've come to the end of the third quarter here at Valley Stadium. Opening night of high school football. Top 5 matchup. 4th-ranked Dowling leading 5th-ranked Kennedy 24-6. We'll go to the fourth quarter in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
All right, welcome back to Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Like that bumper music?
I did.
That's a nice little jingle.
Yeah, again.
Thanks to Matt Wilkham at Iowa Catholic Radio. You see his kids running around the hallway. It's Roman.
Yeah.
And Josephina.
Mary Stastny on the board.
Mary's on the board. Did a great job tonight. Getting that bumper music going.
Watched her in the choir at Mass.
Oh, she can sing?
Oh, yeah. She's a really good singer.
Oh, interesting. All right. Here's Dowling with the ball. Begin the fourth quarter. Nahas throws in the end zone. Pass incomplete.
Dowling's going to get a break there as they call pass interference.
Wilson was the intended receiver.
And help me out, Mark. That's an automatic first down.
It's just 15 yards.
15 yards. Yeah. Is it half the distance on this?
I believe they will. Mr. Heimerman will let us know.
Yeah.
Randy's crew does a great job.
So you really don't, in high school football, the gamble there is really, if you think you're going to give it up, give it, take the penalty because there's no automatic first down. Yeah. So it's still going to be third down.
Right.
Now,
they will
and
not
half
be
the
first.
distance. Yeah, and half the distance.
We've had that issue before, and it is not an automatic first down.
Right.
So, third and goal at the 7 for Dowling. Maroons lead it 24-6. I want to thank our listeners and our viewers tonight from Cedar Rapids all the way to Central Iowa.
I do have a couple scores. Centennial's up on Ankeny, 24-10.
That's a mild upset there, if you will. Ankeny was ranked number 1 in a lot of polls, and now ball is loose and now picked up by Kennedy, and now it's a foot race, and finally tackled by
Trey
Nahas. Or
Trey Wilson, I think, got him. Yeah.
And, that was Joey Nahas on the tackle.
Okay.
But ball came loose and picked up all the way up to the 45-yard line. Let's see if we get the replay or monitors down.
Yeah, well, it's coming back.
Refresh.
There it is. Now I just. Oh yeah, it was Nahas on the tackle.
Yeah, 30.
So he chases him down.
Yeah, Carson Borek, the senior, on the fumble recovery.
The other score I was going to give is it's Southeast Polk up on Valley 17-13 in the fourth.
What a game that is. Rematch of a state title game of a few years ago. And now back to throw is Gianforte from his own 45-yard line, pass incomplete.
And not the, they were off there, him and McCrary, which doesn't happen very often. Gianforte read a different, got a different read from the defender, and McCrary didn't break it off, and Gianforte was expecting him to break it off.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Construction Professionals, and Bows in the Floors. Our thanks to Mercy One. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Kennedy. Now, toss play to the tailback, and this is a different one. Doyle is back in, and he is snowed under. Jacob Doyle.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad.
And now penalty flag down. The Maroons get a little anxious there and excited. Joel Sanko.
I was just going to say, Joel
whistled for a penalty.
He made a great play. He came up and hit the defender in the block, and then he just went and blows him up and gets to the running back. And then after the play, he was just too excited. He had Coach Jack excitement going.
So it was a 9-yard loss on Doyle's carry, but this will be tacked back on to Kennedy with the unsportsmanlike call on Sanko. And
that's the first time we've seen Doyle back in the ball game too.
Yes, you talked about that.
He wasn't in the third quarter.
And I don't believe he's a two-way player. I don't think we've called his name on or number on defense. So yeah, he might have been shaken up. What a year they had. Doyle was part of that state championship baseball team of Kennedy that knocked Dowling out of the finals. He was a designated hitter throughout that whole series. He's had quite the summer.
Yeah, what a run by that baseball team.
Tremendous team.
That was fun to watch.
From the 47.
All right, back to throw is Gianforte. Has time. Over the middle it goes. That pass caught. And the ball down by Josiah Smith, caught around the 41-yard line of Dowling.
Nice play by Joe Smerdla coming up there, and right there, Gianforte had all the time in the world, and you're going to give a quarterback like that offensive line gave him a lot of time, and he sat back there and finally found Josiah running across the middle, and Smerdla comes up with a tackle, but first down.
Yep, first down for Kennedy in Dowling territory at the 41-yard line. So Gianforte out of the shotgun. Back to throw, now being chased. Whirls to his left and throws it away. And was that Middleton? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Middleton out there giving chase.
Leo Thornton also in there. Leo's a guy who on the depth chart, Matt, backs up Carter Smith. Now, Carter's a starting center, and Coach Wilson and Coach Jack, the defensive line coach, would really like to see Leo play a lot because that'll give Carter some time off. And you try to eliminate the two-way, but he's the wild card. Leo has to, step up, and he just did.
He did.
All right, 2nd and 10.
Oh, nice play.
And down goes again the tailback for Kennedy, and that is Jacob Doyle, and he's taking a beating here.
Yeah, that was a screen play that Dylan Manning read right from his linebacker position, and he was a bullet coming to Doyle in the football. And you see the play on the instant replay here. It's a little toss over the top, and Manning's right there to catch him.
Of 2 on the play. So that'll bring up 3rd and 12 for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. 24-6. Dowling with the lead. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Gianforte back to throw, fires it over the middle. Nice catch that time. He had to come back for it, and that was Josiah Smith at the 30-yard line. He's got the first down.
He does have the first down. That's great hands by Josiah Smith. And again, Gianforte throwing on the run right there, back across his body, makes a nice throw. Parker Pearson had good coverage, but Josiah Smith juggles it for a second, brings it in, first down.
So So 1st and 10. Kennedy from the Dowling 29. Now they give it to Doyle again. Breaks a tackle, tries to run outside, and he's taken down. They try to go to the far sideline, did Doyle, but I'll tell you what, like Dowling's speed in that secondary, and they pursued him well. Is that a flag down or just a towel?
No, that's a flag.
Okay.
They called illegal procedure. And Jackson Miller came from a long ways away right there and makes a nice tackle on the field. And the Dowling defense, to your point, Mark, just strung that out. They strung it out and made them run to the edge, and great play.
We'll have our post-game show, Mr. Taylor Bennett. Taylor, Ian Middleton, and is one of our candidates, along with Dylan Manning, to interview. What do you think?
No doubt about it, guys. They've been every bit as advertised the whole night. Everybody that we talked to before this game talked those guys up, and they delivered.
They certainly have. Got a penalty on Dowling offside with 8:50 to go. So let's see. You got Manning. You won't have the mosh pit because he's a defensive guy. So it's when them offensive linemen come around, and that's when it gets interesting. And Middleton got the start at defensive tackle and running back. So
impact on both sides of the ball tonight.
You know what? Ian Middleton is not a captain, but he is a team leader.
He is.
And we both, Matt and I know this personally, but you'll find that out if you don't know him. Taylor, good kid.
Yeah, he's a class act, and everything you'd want to see in a high school kid, he is.
Well, the handoff goes to the guy.
Just like that.
And the tackle is made by the guy we're going to talk to, Ian Middleton. I'll tell you what, Doyle is having trouble. He said, Coach, might want to take me out and let tailback number 3 in there, or 4. My goodness.
I was talking to Coach McClain earlier this week, and we were talking about Middleton, and he said we were at Central Camp or one of their camps earlier in the summer, and he said he heard some of us coaches talking about some different packages. And he just turned to us and he said, Coach, I don't come off the field.
All right, low snap. Gianforte has it. Nice hands. Back to throw he goes. Fires it out to the near side. Caught by McCrary, and he can't turn upfield. The ball was ruled down at the 35. Says my man Jay Flora. Outstanding high school baseball and basketball and football official. Jay says, no, it's dead, and that fumble doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I love it.
All the window dressing, but no show on that one. You know, the defense there, they strung that play out as well, you know, and the speed of the defense really is showing up. They've allowed the Cougars to drive down the field a little bit, but when they've crossed the 50, it's gotten real stingy by this defense.
Hey Taylor, I don't know if this ever existed when you played, but you're not looking ahead to the Valley Week, right? Just because you never look ahead, right?
I am.
No, not. I'm talking about when you played.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Especially with the first game tonight and the second week. You're too excited.
Is that who we play next week?
Yeah, that's who we play, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Valley Week. So I just wanted to be sure these kids were focused on Kennedy. And now you start turning your attention to Valley, so you don't want any shenanigans happening here.
I'm telling you, these kids were locked in on this game. There was one thing about it is Coach Wilson, talked about this youth, and again, the youth of that offensive line is where he was, focusing his attention. This was a test, and it was all hands on deck for tonight.
Will Barretto almost came up with interception. The ball was tipped right at the last moment for the Dowling free safety. Passing complete. 4th and 15. Now Gianfredo, he's going to keep the football, and he's going to run out of bounds. And, bodies go down, and now penalty flag out. And that's Coach Smith. I hope he's all right.
He had friendly fire over there. And
Coach is pretty tough. Played at Iowa State. You got to be tough there.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a personal foul on Dowling, so this drive's going to continue.
I had to watch that. It was just you saw him going out of bounds, but it didn't. They were out of bounds away.
Yeah, Gianforte out of bounds at the 25, gain of 9. Should have been a turnover on downs, but a penalty on Dowling. Late hit, and that'll extend the series for.
You notice Coach Smith, he didn't even dust himself off. He just got right up. That was.
His guys are around him. They're pretty protected. Kayla Abrahamson checked him out.
I don't know what we're doing here. We're shifting, and did they pick it up?
I think they talked it over. The staff did, and we don't have the replay, but they picked
because I kind of thought
I think he's gonna bring it.
Yeah, he played it once. We might play it again here. Yeah. I thought the hit was inbounds.
Here it is. Sean's got it up here. You see the runner there, Matt, and that's Gianfrit Forte.
There was no real hit out of bounds. It just was this collision because he ran into Coach Smith.
Yeah, Pagano was near it for Dowling. Leo, number 54, but they picked up the flag. Officials talked it over. Dowling.
Yeah.
Dowling football.
But they marked off yardage.
Half the distance. I don't know.
But they called after the play?
I'm going to text the referee. His phone's in the...
Right?
Yeah. That's Dowling football. So it was a dead ball, I think.
Dead ball. So it was fourth down.
So it was fourth down. They didn't pick up the first down.
Right. They were short.
Dead ball, and then you assess the penalty, and the offense comes out.
Yeah.
That has to be it. All right, 6.5 to go.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah. Sounds good. Line of scrimmage was the 13. Dowling starting their drive, and we got to check on personnel here.
We get a new running back in the game. Looks like
got a new
Quinn Schumblach.
Yep.
Schmolbach.
And quarterback just switched. Parker to Phillips back in. Handoff goes to Shelton.
Oh, that was Shelton on that play. Okay.
And Cohen carries up to about
there we go. I like it when they
15-yard line.
Now Schmolbach was in the game, so my eyes weren't throwing me off too much there.
No, Quinn is the backup fullback to Jackson Miller. Where's number 20, junior?
This is nice when I can see it on the screen because then I shouldn't miss. Yeah.
All right, Parker to Phillips back in at quarterback for Dowling. 3 receivers right. 5:25 to go, fourth quarter. Dowling 24-6 over Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Phillips now in the pocket, looking downfield, fires over the middle. The pass is caught, and receiver just laid down at the 30-yard line. And that is a first down.
Trey didn't lay down on purpose. I think he's got a cramp.
Oh, and we got an illegal player downfield, it looks like, or do we got a timeout?
I think it's a timeout because Trey's down in the field. I think he's. Oh no, there is a flag. You're right, there is a flag.
Yeah, ineligible man downfield. I think the preliminary signal from our lead referee, Mr. Randy Heimerman, and that'll move Dowling back with 5:15 to go. All right, what's going on down there, Taylor?
Yeah, I think you're right, guys. I think a cramp for Trey Wilson. Going back, that was a really big-time play backed by Joey Nahas, tracking down the fumble recovery there. This game could have been a heck of a lot closer with almost a full quarter to go. But Maroons trying to grind the clock out now.
But now they're deep in their own territory. Good point, Taylor. It is 3rd and 11 back at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, and right here, you're going to be careful because that you don't turn it over here inadvertently.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And here's an inside handoff to, I believe, Shelton in there. Helmet comes off. And they're going to stop the clock. So with 4:45 to go, Dowling up 24-6. Fourth down up, coming up, and the Maroons will potentially punt it away, but we've got a timeout on the field, I believe, so we'll take a 1-minute break and return. Dowling 24, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 6, the opening night of high school football on Iowa Catholic Radio.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
All right, we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines alongside Matt Maindring, Mark Hamadale. Here's the punt by Dowling. Takes a Dowling bounce and a roll towards midfield, and
that's one of those plays right there on that punt. For anybody watching the game right now, it hit a Dowling defender, and that's a live ball yet. And so there, if you're the punt return team, you go pick that ball up because there's no loss.
There is no loss, yeah. That's a good point. Hey, I want to mention to our good friends at the Catholic Worker House, organized to provide an ongoing researches to the Des Moines Catholic Worker House in support of its 49-year mission. Every guest walking in our door represents Jesus Christ himself. Well, it's open 5 days a week, serving over 700 meals, and our good friend Frank Cedar and many of the fine folks are needing donations. Please be generous to donate. friendsofcatholicworker.com. friendsofcatholicworker.com, where you can mail a check to the Catholic Worker at P.O. Box 1386, Ankeny, Iowa. A monthly donation to the Friends of Catholic Worker will help keep this tradition of hospitality going in the years to come. Thank you, Father Cedar. We're going to have them on here in the coming weeks on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we we'll have them on at halftime. All right, Matt, what happened on the field?
Ian Milton makes a tackle there, and I think he strip tackled him, and he didn't. They didn't give it to him, but I mean, he makes a tackle on the play, loss of 1.
Kennedy on the Dowling 42-yard line, 3:50 to go. Gianforte back to throw. He's went the distance tonight. Pass is complete near side to Pierce McCrary, and he's out of bounds inside the 34-yard line.
Yeah, nice play there for the Cougars. Get a little break there, but he broke it off. Got some yardage after the catch, and nice pursuit by the Maroons on that play.
Ball's on the 34-yard line. Reminder, next week, Dowling Valley. We'll be back to 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff here at Valley Stadium. So we look forward to that contest. Cedar Rapids Kennedy will also be in action as Gianforte back to throw for the Cougars. Fires the ball out and the pass is incomplete. Knocked away at the last moment as McCreary was the intended receiver.
Parker Pearson comes up and makes a nice play defensively, gets his hands in there and breaks it up over the middle. Makes it 4th and 3 now for the Cougars.
Cougars will go for it. 3:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget, we'll have our post-game show. We'll have interviews on the field with Taylor Bennett with the microphone. Keep hearing an echo, Matt.
I do too.
I don't know who that is.
I don't
know. We'll make it work. Back to throws Gianforte. The Kennedy quarterback fires it out. Strong arm, pass incomplete. Penalty flag down.
Yeah.
And the Maroons are going to be flagged for the penalty. And that'll be on Joel Sanko.
Joel Sanko there a little bit early. The ball lofted up in the corner as he throws it up for, I believe it was McCreary down the sideline, and Sanko got there first.
So that'll be
15-yard penalty.
Would bring up 4th and 3, but now it's going to be an automatic first down with the penalty.
So for the Maroons, they've gone the distance with this front four up there, and you're right that Leo Thornton has gotten extended play here in the second half.
Ball spot at the Dowling 19. First down again due to the penalty on Kennedy. And now Gianforte spins around, fires it out, and it's caught by Jackson Popelka. We haven't heard from him tonight. He's one of the leading receivers last year that returns. That's his first catch of the night, Popelka.
Pretty quiet there, it has been. And the nice play by the Maroons, stop it up here, and so now it's 2nd and 8, 2nd and 6.
3 receivers to the left for Kennedy, 1 to the right. Low snap, and now a quarterback draw by Gianforte, and he stays between the tackles, takes it to the 10-yard line.
And they've run that play a few times and have gotten about 4 or 5 yards on it every time. And he has the lead blocker in front of him as he dives up the middle. And here they are in the red zone, 3rd and 1.
Kennedy will take on Pleasant Valley next Friday night at Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids. That'll be game 2 for them. Remember last year, the Cougars started out 0-2 and then won 5 in a row before losing 2 of their last 3, including to Cedar Falls in the playoffs. And now carried in the end zone, touchdown.
McCrary breaks a couple tackles and gets in the end zone on that quick out over there and sets up the touchdown for the Cougars.
That is his 2nd touchdown of the night. For somebody who receives the ball quite a bit, look at that's a nice move.
That was a nice block out there by the other receiver as he went out there, and McCrary got that ball and scooted up the sideline.
So McCrary with his 2nd touchdown of the night. First one was 5 yards back in the 3rd quarter, and now a 10-yard reception or 10-yard run here in the 4th quarter with 2:46 remaining. And now the Kennedy Cougars going for 2. And they'll send McCrary to the right and 1 to the left. And here's a snap. And Gianforte hit and dropped. And that is Dylan Manning with the sack, and the 2-point conversion is no good. So our score, Dowling 24, Kennedy 12, and 2:46 to go 4th quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hey, we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Mark Hamadale alongside Matt Maindring, and on the kickoff, ball was deflected, and Dowling falls on it at the Kennedy 47-yard line, and that would be number 10, Joe Smerdla.
Smerdla covers it up. The hands team in there, the onside kick, and Dowling does a good job of covering it. It didn't go enough yards for it to be illegal to get the recovery on it, but Smerdla does a good job and covers it up. And here we go with the Maroons on offense, and it looks like we got DePhillips coming back out to lead them, and Ian Middleton in there at tailback again.
All right, Parker DePhillips. Taylor Bennett, you're on the Dowling sideline. An update on Trey Wilson, just a cramp and pickle juice. Is that what you're using?
Oh yeah, still doing pickle juice. I like that, Mark. Oh God,
you know how that works.
It works.
It does work.
I think Vinny Gianforte is going to be seeing Dylan Manning in his dreams tonight.
Oh my goodness!
Just eat him up there, and he's kind of eating him up all night. I'll tell you what, though, guys, I've been really impressed with Gianforte, and I think he's just being hampered a little bit by a young offensive line, and that's also just a credit to how dominant the Dowling defensive line has been all night. But I think he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks that the Maroons face kind of all season.
Well, Dowling has at least got 5, maybe 6 sacks if you count the one during the 2-point conversion. That's just amazing tonight. Phillips back in there. Shelton gets the handoff. Cohen inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line.
Cohen makes a nice cut there and makes a little shimmy at the line of scrimmage, breaks through, gets 8 yards.
And Taylor, I'm going to ask you your thoughts on the Dowling offensive line. Brand new, except for the Dowling center, and that's Carter Smith, the captain. He got a little bit of playing time last year, but tackles, guards new, tight end new. What's your assessment of the Dowling offense?
It's a lot. It's a lot of new guys and a lot of inexperience. But I think they passed the test here. I don't know. What do you guys think? No real huge plays, not really a ton of chunk plays, but they grinded out enough yards down to put themselves in really good and manageable third down situations every time. And in pass pro, I thought they were fantastic.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I agree.
Well, I'm going to be interested to see the questions you ask Coach Wilson. That might be one of them. His thoughts on his offensive line, because that's something that he holds dear to his heart. And just a game one assessment before game two and game three. You got Valley and Ankeny down the road, so you got to get through tonight and enjoy this one.
Big time.
55 seconds remaining. Dowling up 24-12 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. The voice you heard on the sideline, Taylor Bennett. He'll be asking the questions tonight on our postgame show. We hope you stay tuned for that, as we'll have CISN along with our interview segment. Handoff deals to Shelton. Cohen breaks a tackle, now finally wrestled down by Rex Preston, the senior linebacker for Kennedy, and that might be the final play of the contest.
Ankeny got drubbed by Centennial tonight, 31-10. Valley came back and beat Southwest Polk 20-17.
Southeast Polk.
Southeast Polk, yep. Yeah. So Valley gets the win late, and those are a couple big games there.
It certainly is. Other games going on tonight. You mentioned Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial going on in Ankeny, and Centennial picking up the win. Ankeny's ranked number 1. Valley was 2. Southeast Polk 3rd. Dowling 4th. Kennedy 5th. Waukee 6th. Centennial is 7th. City High out of Iowa City is 8th. Waukee Northwest 9th. And Johnson at number 10. That's the Class 5A out of Radio, Iowa. We've already got one upset.
Yeah, Waukee beat up on Ames tonight, 59-14. Those were all the scores I got from the area. Van Meter did pick up the win, by the way.
I knew that was coming, just didn't know when. All right. All right. Maroons pick up win number 1. Dowling now 1-0. Kennedy falls to 0-1 with the win. 24-12 the final. Dowling with touchdowns by Ian Middleton, a 4-yard run. Marty Blount with a 23-yard field goal. And then Parker DePhillips' first touchdown pass, a 7-yard touchdown pass to Jake Scow. Gave the Maroons a 17-0 lead at halftime. And then DePhillips hooked up with the second touchdown pass of the night with Trey Wilson from 18 yards out to start the third quarter. Maroons up 24-0. And then Pierce McCrory on a 5- and 10-yard run to tack on a couple touchdowns for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. The Maroons win it 24-12. We'll take a 2-minute break as we go to our post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Some people just don't know when to leave, man.
I know
I'll see those guys Wednesday at the men's stag.
I'll see you too.
I'm looking forward to that. Again, the final, Dowling 24, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 12. Along with Matt Maindring, I'm Mark Hamadale, and of course Taylor Bennett will be back with halftime or post-game interviews from the field as we take a 2-minute break down our network stations and our CISN folks. We'll be back after these messages.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
To Valley Stadium in West Des Moines, alongside Matt Maindring, Mark Amadell, our post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN, following Dowling's win over Cedar Rapids Kennedy by the score of 24-12 in a top 5 matchup. 4th-ranked Dowling, 5th-ranked Kennedy. And let's pass along some scores. Matt had that earlier. Ankeny Centennial upset number 1 Ankeny 31-10. Southeast Polk and Valley in a great game, back and forth. Valley wins it 20-17 over Southeast Polk. Waukee defeated Ames. Waukee ranked 6th, defeated Ames 59-14, and we're working on and efforting the Johnston-Waukee Northwest game. That's another top 10 team. Johnston ranked 10th. So, all right, the teams have met and with the respective coaches, and now they're breaking up, and we're going to catch up with Taylor Bennett here in a moment on our post-game show. Mark Amadell alongside Matt Maindring and Taylor Bennett on the sidelines. Our thanks to Skevington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, Fast Signs, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Taylor Bennett, how are we doing down there? You've got one of our players of the game, and that is Ian Middleton, I believe. Taylor, take it away.
Absolute gamer. I got Ian Middleton here all over the place from play one to the end of the game. That was something else. Tell me where you get the energy. Like you're infectious. On the sidelines, you come off and everybody's pumped up. Like, tell me what you did this offseason to level up.
I mean, the energy's contagious. I mean, my guys pumped me up in the locker room and pregame, and the energy's just contagious throughout the whole running back room and throughout the whole team. So I love my guys, and I love playing for this team.
Look at this, cool, calm, and collective. All these guys are over here messing around. Hey, I've been at practice the last couple weeks, and I can't stop staring at your thighs. I got to know, what do you squat?
A little bit over 415.
415? Come on. That's something else. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for having a heck of a game tonight. That was fun to watch, and good luck going into Valley. Any thoughts going into next week?
I mean, they're a great ball program. I mean, they have great athletes every side of the ball. I mean, everybody on this team's played youth football with them, so we're all friends, and we all hang out outside of the football field. So it's a great contest, and there's a great coaching staff over there with the Tigers, and I'm excited to get it going. There's going to be a great crowd, and I can't wait for the energy of that game.
Ian, I got one question for you from up in the booth. And what's it like going both ways there, big guy?
I mean, I love it. I mean, I love not coming off the field, and I love competing with my guys on both sides of the field. So there's not one side I love more, but I think our linebackers pump me up, and I think Parker DePhillips does a great job of getting us poised, and our O-line has just come together so well. So, I mean, I love those guys so much, and how much we've grown, it's incredible. So it's awesome.
All right, great game, young man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ian. Appreciate joining us, and keep up the good work. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll let Taylor Bennett work on player number 2, and we think it'll be one of the captains, Dylan Manning, if he is still around. Yeah, Dylan's right there. What a night he had. I think the quarterback for Kennedy, Vinny Gianforte, might have number 98 in his nightmares tonight. Boy, he was all around the ball. Taylor Bennett, take it away with the Dowling captain.
As a relentless around here, we got Dylan Manning. Unbelievable game tonight, my man. We don't even know how many sacks you had. Did you count how many sacks you had?
I hope it was 3.
It was at least 3. That last one was pretty nasty, too. What's that like coming around the edge right there when you come unblocked, shed your block, and the quarterback turns and you're right there?
It's amazing. We had a good game plan in, and I got off the outside. They didn't block me and just get to smoke the quarterback. It's my favorite thing to do.
I love that. I was asking Ian Middleton the same thing. You guys, you and him, I feel like you guys just feed the rest of the team all the energy. Tell us about, like, going in from your junior to your senior season. Like, this is your last hurrah. This is the last go-around. Tell me about the offseason and kind of what you did to prepare for this.
You know, we don't get a lot of this. We get to come up here very rarely. Everything we had all summer, it was a relentless effort. No matter what we were doing, we were doing it to the max.
Excellent. Anything from you guys up there?
Yeah, one question, Dilling. I think that, the play that impressed me the most was you saving the touchdown, and that's at a key point in the ball game because it's a close ball game. You chase him down from the back and make the stop at the 3-yard line. Talk us through that.
It's important to help your guys. You got to have their backs no matter what, and I gave full out effort. I knew I could get him down, and we ended up getting the stop. It was a great play.
Yeah, that shows the heart of the line right there when you're able to come back and do that, and that's a great play. I'll take that over the sacks.
Hey, Dylan, a question for you. Now you're a 3-year starter, and you were elected captain. How did that make you feel as part of this program?
It's awesome. I dreamed of it ever since I walked into the school. It's an amazing feeling, and I can't wait to help this team get better, and hopefully we can make a long run.
Well, you're a good leader, my man. Good luck next week. I know Valley is waiting for you, and stay healthy, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
All right, that's Dylan Manning joining Taylor Bennett as we'll transition over to head coach Tom Wilson here in a moment. Dowling with the win tonight, 24-12. Reminder along the network stations, this will be, we will sign off from the CISN group once we talk to Coach Wilson, and I think he's being interviewed potentially by some TV, but Taylor, you got to go find your coach. I mean, you never know where he ends up sometimes. The media sometimes will grab him, but nonetheless, we'll keep it here. We mentioned some of the scores, Matt, and we hopefully we've gotten an update because I got the wrong. Johnson 27-17.
Do you trust the source?
I don't, because he's got Johnson over Johnston, so
okay.
that tells you. One too many dilly bars tonight, I think. I don't know. Well, a reminder, next week we will be on the air and I think we're with CISN, I believe. We'll be on the air at 6:30 with our pregame show. 7 o'clock kickoff, Dowling and Valley. Dowling fans will be on the visitor side, but the Maroons will be wearing their home uniforms, the Dowling home games, so keep that in mind next Friday night right here at Valley Stadium.
Johnston 28, Waukee Northwest 17.
Okay, so 10th ranked Johnson with the win over 9th ranked Northwest, another top 10 battle. So Taylor's still working for Coach Wilson. He may have, there he is. Taylor, take it away. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got Coach Wilson here after a big first game, first win of the season, win number 199 at Dowling. Coach, a lot of talking about the offensive line coming into this game, young guys. Give us a grade.
Well, I'll have to look at the film first before we can give them a grade. But I honestly, I thought they held up pretty well. Kennedy started moving their front around, giving us some different looks, just different shades and things like that. And the thing about these younger guys is honestly they're very smart and they pick up things very quickly, and they're very coachable, and they were able to make the adjustments. And I thought we got sloppy a little bit in the second half offensively. And gave them the ball a little bit too much. But at the end of the day, we're going to take this first win and really proud of our crew and try to get better from here.
I just thought I could see so much trust that you guys have in the players. And it was like you're not holding anything back in the offense or on the defense. The guys are young, but like you said, super coachable too. I just thought the poise was there the whole game, especially from Parker to Phillips. What'd you like from him?
Well, I thought Parker had command of the offense and was doing the things that we asked him to do. And, he's been around the game a while and he understands what we're trying to do and things like that. And, honestly, I thought Joey Nahas came in and did fine too. And, we've got two good quarterbacks there. And so I'm looking forward to see how all of this progresses. But, we do have some young kids, but you mix in the Dylan Mannings, the Aiden Ducharmes, and the Carter Smiths and Parker Pearsons and Trey and among some others. And there's some veteran leadership there too. So, again, week one, happy with what we did. And we're going to have to get a lot better. And it's only one game, but it's a great way to start.
Coach Wilson, you see Dylan Manning make that play and chase him down at the 3-yard line. What does that mean to your young team?
Awesome example. To be honest with you, I brought it up at halftime. I told him it was the play of the game, and we'd only played one half. We're going to show that on film from years to come.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I told him I'd take that over his sacks any day because that just shows you the heart.
Yeah, unbelievable play by him. And to be honest with you, with the fumble, and Joey Nahas, the only one in the way of a touchdown, and he makes the tackle in the open field when that's really not what he does. So that's a great effort by him too.
Yeah.
And Coach, I know, playing several kids both ways, you got to learn to kind of trust or get somebody else developed so that, like your center, Carter Smith, doesn't have to go two ways. Neither does Ian Middleton. How was that development? Because I thought Leo Thornton, who backs up Carter at tackle on the defensive side, did a nice job when he got in there late. And that's got the thing Taylor talked about was trust, and I think you can see that in him.
No question. I think that's a good point. And Mark, we had talked about Leo a little bit in the pregame, that he was a kid that played, mostly JV ball last year and made a name for himself doing that. And to the point where we thought, okay, this kid can help us the next year, and here he is. And really proud of Leo and who he is and what he is. And it's great that he gets a chance to play on Friday nights.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us, and appreciate it as all season long. And please apologize to Taylor Bennett. I mean, he's looking all over for you earlier, just like practice back in the day.
Well, I wasn't going to ignore my mother. She had come to the ball game, so I had to make sure I talked to my mother.
Got it, Coach.
Good choice.
Good man.
Thank you, Coach Wilson, with Taylor Bennett down there. And that'll wrap up our CISN broadcast tonight. Our thanks to all the folks behind the scenes, Pete Tarpey, Justin Wolber, and, of course, Sean Iglesias, our pseudo producer here, Jennifer Phelps, Kobe Gaines, all the folks at CISN. So we're going to sign off there. Final score tonight, Dowling 24, Kennedy 12. Number 4 Dowling defeats number 5 Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And for your folks along the way on CISN, we'll talk to you next week. Mark Amadale, Matt Maindring, Taylor Bennett saying goodnight and so long here on CISN.